to bring us together, to mend any kind of discourse that she probably have or some kind of disposition she had with Tariq. So I was kind of disappointed in listening, as a person that's just really getting involved in these spaces and really listening what's going on. So I just want to share that fact that I was kind of really disappointed that she would have that much. I don't want to say anger or
no, it was anger. It was jealousy more than anything. It was anger and jealousy.
Yeah, and Tariq has said on many occasions that the lineage was the leader, and that and so she wanted to insert him as the leader, and then kind of like tear him down. And everybody got a role to play, and he does his very well. Maybe there's someone else that can do something else. So, yeah. Anyway, with that, I'll land my plane. I just want to, just say that.
Yeah, like I say, between that and the Uncle Luke spaces and stuff that's been going on, you got Uncle Luke who's been trending himself on Twitter, and Uncle Luke, who's a washed up rapper. And really, to say he's a washed up rapper is being too kind, because Luke is a promoter turned manager turned club owner turned record label owner. He would get on there and he would hum some raps and this and that, but he didn't write anything or this and that. So Luke is washed up. Luke is trying to stay in the public limelight and whatnot. Like, I don't know if the second part of his life he's seeing an eye possibly into the politics or whatnot. So now all of a sudden he has become so conscious and this and that. Before, 1 minute he's sitting up here talking about that he was suckered in by the Democrats, and the next minute he's sitting up here with Roland Martin playing footsies. So it's just this back and forth con game, and now you have to wonder how much money the Democratic Party and some of these major liberals are starting to spend trying to silence the grassroots and whatnot. Because like I say, one issue they do not want to talk about, two issues. They don't want to talk about police reform. They don't want to talk about reparations. They have a big, big problem with the new black media. So, Ari, I'll go ahead and let you go.
Great points. Also, another third point right now, especially as we see this increase in everything with the propensity that we got it going on with, is that they don't want us talking about what happened with Hunter Biden, with Pedo Pete, with what allegedly happened between these guys and their families. They don't want us talking about what happened with Jill Biden, talking about Mexican, the Latino communities next to breakfast burritos. I mean, if all hell could break loose in one day for their media staff to be a reality, that's that. Not only was that fact that Hunter Biden is supposedly weighing up crack cocaine, allegedly, in his video. So it is very much telling that they had a horrible media day, and they needed all hands on deck, all shields activated, all type of reinforcements on full go, because they're literally trying to create this chaos that they've ensued themselves with. But another thing that I want to go ahead and speak on also as well is this is our different alphabet gangs. First it was ADOS, American Descendants of Satan. We found out ADOS was more or less of an LGBTQ type of group, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you should be open in your mission statement. We have a lot of different type of things that are going on in our community as it pertains to FBA, Foundation of Black American, which to the credence of what everybody's saying, that term was created by Tariq Nasheed. So that term in itself does not denote nationality. I think a lot of times we get very emotional with certain things by not agreeing, by not accepting the fact that a person can come up with an assigned word to give identity characteristics. But when we're talking about reparations, it can't be based off of race or anything like that. It must be based off of nationality and lineage. So that's why it's very important when we're in these spaces that we identify ourselves properly. And the best way to find out if that is just to go off of what your ancestors' paperwork was on, which a lot of cases, for the most part, was Negro. So the main thing that I always emphasize, especially in my spaces or my circles, is that I'm a Black American Negro. It removes me from any type of allegiance-ship. I don't really like cliques. I don't really do that type of stuff. So it removes me outside of that scope, and it puts me back into a nationality framework, right? My bloodline is Negro. When I look at ancestral paperwork, it's Negroes for sale, Negro maiden, Negro boy, Negro servant, Negro maid servant. Negro boy could be used for working and used for breeding. Like everything's Negro. So Negro is the group that was defined when selling our ancestors. Negro is the identification from the land that they call the slave coast. It was called Negro land prior to, and Negro is the separation between the African, as we would call Hamitic bloodlines, or the Negro bloodlines that come from the separation between the two that we see, that were indigenous copper colored people that we would have called American back then, as Noah Webster describes, but we call black today. Just like American is no longer ascribed to those people. They're ascribed to European descendants today. So it's very important to understand when we're speaking that, yeah, it's okay to be with a group, whatever identifying characteristic you call yourself, but our paperwork as far as reparations, that's why it's very incumbent. Someone also mentioned that Obama got rid of the word Negro. So if there's ever anything identifying to tell you to be, hey, alerts of, why would they be getting rid of the term Negro? And I believe we know everything is to undermine our reparations, and I'll land there.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, and that's the thing and that's the thing that really, me, I don't care. Like whether you know what I'm saying, ADOS, you're a freedman or you're whatever. Like to me, I feel like we're all in the same struggle. We're all trying to better the people. So to me, I don't really get caught up, like you say, into the alphabet thing, because if you really to break it down, that we're all with ADOS, with FBA, with freedmen, with all of that. So to me, it doesn't really matter. We have a common fight. But my thing is that it seemed like there was some resentment, some jealousy, because, Tara was making a point that, FBA hasn't gone as far. They haven't taken it as far as the ADOS. Like this movement hasn't succeeded that movement. And it's like, who cares? Like, the movement is doing its work right now. I'm trying to figure out if anybody in the space can tell me exactly what demands did they take to Joe Biden and the Democrats that they fell through, and they went ahead and they honored. Also, everybody in the space, please go ahead and tweet out the space. Please go ahead and tweet out the space. Help the space get bigger or whatever. Please tweet it out. But exactly what maybe I'm missing something, because I could swear when Joe Biden became president, he went ahead and he signed all kind of executive orders for all kind of different other groups, and he didn't sign anything for Black people. So exactly what demands did you take to Joe Biden that he honored and he went ahead and he fulfilled? Because maybe I'm missing that part. Like I say, she was sitting here and she was talking this and she was talking all of that, and then you had so many people that was in that space. It's like they chose who was going to talk and who was going to listen and who was going to say something and who was not. So they went ahead and they pretty much, what's the word I'm thinking about? They pretty much, it was almost scripted to a certain degree. It pretty much was like, well, yeah, I'm not going to let this person get up here and talk. I mean, I'll be damned if I let this person come up here and talk. So it was pretty much almost a range.
They monopolized it.
Yeah, they monopolized it. Like, totally. Like, because she didn't want to, and she's sitting up here talking about that Tariq. Tariq was running from her or something. So I'm like, okay, I don't know exactly what we're talking about right here. So, I mean, I have no idea what we're talking about. So they're talking about that Tariq was running from her. Tariq was scared to debate her, this and that. And why are people so keen? I guess because they feel like if they can assassinate Tariq's character, that they can go ahead and they can stop this entire movement. This is a lineage base. This is bigger than one person. This is not because of one person. I mean, I just don't understand that whole thing. And then also, I wonder about the attempt to try to discredit the new Black media, because right now they're trying to make the new Black media also as some kind of Black supremacists and just haters and whatnot, that's just spreading all kind of propaganda and hate and this and that. Because even when I people ask me dumb stuff about, well, if you're so about people and their rights, why is your main thing about curating Black news? Why can't you curate everybody's news? Why is it only Black people? This and that. And I'm like, well, man, you got CNN and MSNBC and you got all these white-owned networks and white-owned stations. Why are 90% of the stories on there about white people, unless it's something negative portraying Black people? Answer me that. So Jason Black, Professor Black Truth, Tariq, All of them get shadow banned on YouTube. All of them have strikes against their channels. All of them are not getting the due that they deserve and whatnot. Plus, on top of that, you got Curator Tribe that's here on Twitter and whatnot. The Freedmen, everybody that's doing their work on the grassroots level, they're all trying to be discredited as well right now too. I see my girl Enough has got her hands up, so I'm gonna go ahead and let Enough get on the mic.
All right, so I just came. I actually decided to go and speak inside of her space, and if you were over there, you see I got muted a lot. I wasn't really able to really talk because people really don't want to basically hear the truth. And I'm not about division, okay? We are all Negroes at the end of the day. Whatever you associate yourself as and whatever, that is okay with me. I don't care. But dividing us and saying that people are not allowed to be in this movement, who are you? Okay? I just want to say this because it's recorded. Who the fuck are you to tell somebody they can't be in this movement as a black Negro? Okay? I don't give a fuck. You don't get to go and tell people that they can't be a part of this movement and then trying to check people on what the fuck they doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because we all doing something. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care how much money you spending of your own fucking money. You can't get the people behind you because you're too busy trying to divide us. I'm not into division, okay? This young lady is about division. She's trying to come in and destroy all of us. So anybody that's sitting over there with her, you are a part of the fucking problem. And those are the type of people I'm not fucking with. That's why my circle is very small, because I'm not fucking with people that's coming in trying to divide us, okay? And
relax. Enough. Breathe, sweetie, breathe. I feel you on that. Breathe. Don't let some hater like that.
I just don't understand. I was just trying to have a conversation, woman to woman, with this young lady. I'm only 25. I want to let everybody on here know I'm only 25 years old. I tried to go over there and just speak with her woman to woman and just have a conversation to hear her side and then for her to hear my side. But when you cannot have a conversation as a woman, you're a bitch, in my opinion. You're a fucking bitch. Because most of the women on here, I can have a conversation, a civil conversation. And even if we don't agree, we agree to disagree and we move on. But she is childish, and if you continue to sit with her and to let her plant that stuff, and everybody in that room was immigrants. Everybody in there had a flag. Most of the people over there had flags. Those were not our people. And she's caping more to them than she is her own people. Instead of going, if you have a problem with FBA or y'all know his name, okay? I'm upset right now. Y'all know his name. If she has a problem with him, why do it on the space around a whole bunch of immigrants? All you're doing is giving them fuel to use against all of us. And I just don't find that right. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm just really upset. Okay, I'm laying my mic.
Enough. How long were you over there in the space?
So I was over there in the beginning, and I sent the space out to certain people so they could hear it. I think I sent it to you, and I sent it to Demi, and I was just like, oh, come see what this is about. So I was over there for a little bit, but I was going between Secure the Tribe and that space. Okay, I was going back and forth trying to hear. I don't think it's Secure the Tribe. Who is that guy? Jalen Walker. He has the name Jalen Walker.
Sir Major.
Yeah, that's Sir Major.
Mm-hmm. So I was going back and forth. So I heard some of the shit she was saying, and I didn't laugh at anything she said, and didn't laugh about anything that anybody said over there because I don't know, but I wasn't really feeling it. But I was trying to be open and not be biased, just trying to hear her point of view. But when you start talking about, she was just saying a whole bunch of shit. I was there for too long, okay? And I feel like she was trying to corrupt my mind. And think about somebody that don't have powerful people around them, like DJ and Irie and Demi. Another 25-year-old that don't know, they would fall for that trap. So we have to be very careful You understand what I'm saying? Who is yeah, I was just there too long. That's all I got to say. I'm just irritated right now. I got to step down. I'm gonna go to listener. I gotta step down.
No, stay. You can stay and speak, even if you don't speak right now. That's fine, because I know you may want to say something in a minute or whatever. We had TS Giselle up in here, y'all. Was trying to get on, requesting. I didn't let her in right now. I don't know if she'll be back or whatever, but she was in here trying to request to speak. So my thing is this here, like, if we don't want her to speak, then we need people definitely in the space to go ahead and speak up and keep the conversation rolling, because, she was requesting to speak and whatnot. And I just, for the sake of argument, trying to keep the conversation on topic, because it seems like whenever TS comes in here, things get sidetracked and everybody gets upset or whatever. So definitely, if you guys want to, you don't want to speak in the conversation, and we got to keep the conversation rolling here, because we got a decent amount of people in here. We all got shared. We all have thoughts about FBA, New Black Media, Tariq reparations, Tyra Perry. So it's more than enough of us to keep this conversation lit, keep it going and whatnot, share the space out as well. I want to thank Brother Moko and DJ for their contribution on Cash App as well. Well, you guys look at the Jumbotron. There are a ton of articles up there that was curated on the Newstoter.com platform today. We tweeted out stuff here on Twitter, so please make sure you check out some of the articles that we tweet. Please go to the website, click and read through more. If you guys have a pop-up blocker on some of the phones you may be on, you may have a hard time clicking to read through the article. All you got to do is disable your pop-up blocker, which will help with the redirect, and you can go ahead and see the entire article. We are a news portal, so we do go ahead and we represent other websites as well. We try to drive traffic to them. We try to support Black-owned business as much as we can. We're doing it for free, so please make sure you go ahead and click and read the articles. Go to these different websites. Find an article on the platform that you like. Support the content. Support Newstoter.com, the largest curated Black news website today in America. Please support us if you can. We're on Cash App. It's $Newstoter. If you don't have a Cash App, we also have our PayPal and Venmo on the left-hand side in the Jumbotron. That is $Newstoter. Kimberly, sweetie, so you had your hand up, so go ahead and speak.
Thank you, Newstoter, Kimberly, and I know you know me, and so I just wanted to tell you why I'm on. Hi, Brother Irie. Love you, love your wife and your family. Hi, Brother TJ. So I just wanted to tell you, please let TJ, whatever his name is, speak. I'm building a case, and everything matters at this point. Change.org has been notified. The things that she has recently said or that have been said by Black immigrants or whoever that said it, I plan to find out in court. So the case is moving. It's already started. There's nothing I can do about it. She's named in it. So please let him speak and have his flow. I'm gonna listen. I've been listening. I've been responding legally to the people who have been taking constitutional rights for us to just have conversations along the lines of, okay, we're trying to respond to white supremacists. We're trying to organize and try to respond accordingly so that we can live and have rights just like everyone else. And this defamatory action, this humane retaliation, these slanders and lies, take your shot, take your chance. I'm in here as fast as you putting them out, as fast as I'm up here writing cases and send them out. You don't believe me? Check my sources. So do you. Come on up. Let her talk. It's helpful for me. Please.
No doubt. Well, I sent her the invitation.
I just sent her a request to speak.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure maybe that might have scared her a little bit there when you started saying all of that. So we'll see and whatnot, because I don't know if she really wants to deal with that. DJ, you got your hand up. What's up?
Ain't none, man. As soon as I came into the space on the other Kite production page, fell right into the trap, dog. The Matrix is real, fam, around here. You know what I mean? But they already know we doing the work. See, look, I just accepted the call. Let's give it fuck up. Get it fuck up, man. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Right, we good then, I guess. What's up, everybody?
No doubt. Black Native, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Peace to the family, shalom. And I just want to say Kimberly is absolutely right. I speak with her off Twitter. We've had conversations, and she is doing exactly what she says she is doing. So you might want to let T.S. Madison come up here and expose herself, because I've been wanting to ask her some questions, and I don't even know the man. So I just want to find out, why did he sign that petition, and what is the issue that he always seems to find himself in foundational Black American conversations if he doesn't agree with what we're about. Pretty much he's a troll, but yeah, he needs to come up here and speak his piece and get some of this verbal bashing that he deserves. That's all I want to say. Hey, Kim.
Well, hey, baby. Thanks a lot for the love and the respect. I appreciate it. Like I said, a lot of the, the wording that is in the petition, like the xenophobia, how did the lesbian and gay, terminology get put into the petition? It smells like him, it sounds like him, and I need to put him under a fine like a law microscopic telescope and find out every bacteria that he possibly foamed out his mouth, if that was related to him, so I can get, a community trust built up for my family who's, dealing with all these issues, and send them that money. You know what I'm saying? That, these different ones want to take it upon themselves to, get involved in a fight that has nothing to do with them, or they don't know nothing about, or they don't love us enough to, pick up a flag or sign a petition and say, hey, give Black people what they do. They work for it, they do for it. If you can't see that it's time for you to stand on the side of righteousness, then let me help you see that, and throw my tables of stones at you and let the ground open up and swallow you up, because I'm coming for you. That's what I do. I like doing that. I do that all day long. Okay, I'm just a little happy.
Well,
I just get a little happy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
T.S. has been invited to speak, so.
Yeah, we invited her, and it seemed like she left, so I don't know exactly what happened. Also, Kimberly, we still got to talk off of Twitter or whatever. So I'm gonna try to hit you up. If I can't hit you up tomorrow, I'm gonna try to hit you up sometime next week, because we still need to go ahead and have that conversation.
Oh, it's good. I'm here. I just sent Sir Major a sword. I hope he used it. It was under my understanding that the Akron police mayor, was the mayor, and then it was the chief of police who allows the police officers to remove their name and only have an ID. So what I did is I immediately filed a complaint with the United States Department under the civil rights, and I quoted a couple of Constitution violations to just give it that much teeth. But I want to be able to get that complaint to him so that he can use it to begin to get around the table and deal with the mayors to let them know that this complaint is filed, and I can't go any further to file any restraining orders on the on the city police officers until he reach out and give me the the permission to do so. So I don't have to be in your city to run to your behind. So just to let y'all know, wherever those who are in here, who wants to pick a fight with FBA, who want to pick a fight with the New Black Nations, or whatever it is that we got going on, and you want to come for us, I'm coming for you. So I'm just kind of tell you that's what I'm in here to do. And so you can make my pockets fat if you want to, but go ahead, do you. So all right, I land my plan.
Yeah, and DJ, he's having some technical issues right now.
Nah, I just got a phone call. That's what it was. But hey, I'm here though. I'm here.
Okay, I'm like,
the Twitter is terrible, yo. This technology is trash.
Yeah, because I like it. I'm like, yeah, it ain't my phone, man. It's something. It's these recent conversations we've been having, man.
Real quick, y'all see the approvals down in the chat? I can't even approve nobody. That's how real it is. You know what I mean? Hey, hold on, Sam. Hold up a minute. Let's see. Oh, there you go. All right. See, it's like a nasty delay in the system, yo. Twitter trash, yo.
Yeah, I don't even see you on the. I don't even see you on the phone. Like,
oh shit! Damn. Try yielding your screen and come back up.
Try doing what?
You put your screen down. You know what I mean? And come back up.
Oh,
you on the phone or the laptop?
No, you can't. You got to use the phone for the Twitter Spaces. You can listen to them, but if you hosting a space, you got to be on your phone. So it's the phone, man. I don't know. Like I say, I haven't had this issue here before. I've never had this issue where I couldn't see you. So it's something. It's just, man, we just, like I say, we starting to get shadow banned. Like this thing is just, I constantly keep saying that you accepting the co-host. And
and I keep saying you sending it to me. But look, that last space I had on the Kike channel, that whole space was shadow banned from the main feed. Nobody could find the space unless I sent you the DM.
Yeah, like it constantly keeps flipping back. So, Black Native, you had your hand up, so I'll let you go ahead and speak. You there? Black Native, you there? Okay, Black Native might not be there right now. Like I said, we got some funny business going on with these Twitter Spaces of late, man. So I don't really know what's going on. Like I say, they starting to shadow ban a lot of accounts and stuff around here and whatnot. So
I'm here though. I'm here.
You're here? Okay, you got your hand up. Did you want to say something?
Oh, were you speaking? Because I had tuned in. I was listening to kind of, I guess, the playback on Tariq and Uncle Luke on YouTube, and I'm trying to ask: is that the lady that was speaking, like during that conversation, during that space?
I didn't listen to that one, but I believe she was. I believe she was on there.
It was.
Okay.
It was her, Miss Black Native.
Okay, so she was pretty much trying to convince. She's from Florida. Is that
no,
the one?
She's from LA. She's from LA.
Oh, okay. So I didn't hear it because we had one of the my lights went out yesterday. Something blew up, so I was without power up until maybe 4 o'clock this afternoon. So I was in my car, kind of tuning in and trying to charge my phone up. So I missed a lot of what was going on because I was trying to get into that space because it was a lot of people in there to find out exactly what was going on and why did Luke feel the need to come and address Tariq when he just had Roland Martin in his space the other day. And it was a woman that was speaking, but I guess I missed it, so I can't really comment on her because I didn't hear what she said.
Because Luke is up there. He's clout chasing right now. Like I say, Luka, he got to be close to 60 years old. He's trying to stay relevant. Last hit record he had was probably back in 1996 when they had Trick Daddy and the Scar. So that's how long ago it's been. He's pushing close to 30 years. Nobody in this generation knows who the hell he is. His best days are past. He coaches high school football down there in South Florida. He writes for the Miami Times. He's trying to be relevant at the same party that once a long time ago, 30-some years ago, considered him an outcast when Tipper Gordon and the rest of them was trying to ban him in the USA. He's now kissing their tail to try to squirm and get him a crumb. So he has nothing else better to do. He's sitting up here. He's arguing against points for Black Americans up here when all of his money, his entire fortune, came off of the talents and came off of the money of Black Americans. So had it not been for Black Americans, nobody would know who the hell Luther Campbell, Uncle Luke, Luke Skywalker, Captain D was. So everything that he has is owed to Black Americans here. He also got himself at the University of Miami when the football team was having a meteoric rise and was like the Alabama today in college football. He got with all of those guys. He hung out with all of them. He did things behind the scenes and whatnot for the Hurricane players. Okay, all this was fine and good. Every time you saw, he used to have on a Hurricane jersey, Hurricane jacket, this and that. So when people thought about Miami, they thought about first the Miami Hurricanes, and then they thought about Luther Campbell and 2 Live Crew and this and that. So he's trying to reconnect with a new audience. He's trying to get his paper right. He's trying to see if he can find him a position within the Democratic Party to stay relevant. So now he's sitting up here talking about, he had a space talking about the ignorant FBAs and whatnot. He's sitting up here while he done ate off the table and ate off the plate of FBAs. He's sitting up here criticizing and talking smack and talking noise about it. Sitting up here lying, talking about it was Bahamians who built up Miami. When he knows good as well, it was Black Americans who built it up. It was more Black Americans there than it was Bahamians. And a lot of those Bahamians that came over there, you couldn't tell them that they didn't ascend from the British crown and whatnot. A lot of them felt they were better than Black Americans and this and that. So Man is totally living in a delusional world right here. Totally kiss and tell to try to stay relevant. Washed up. He's washed like a washboard, and he's sitting up here cutting the food. So there's no love for Uncle Luke. Like his entire style and everything is played out. He wants to sit up here and criticize Black Americans and this and that. Then he wants to come up and play footsies with us. Then he's not sure which side he's on. Then he's sitting up here talking about we shouldn't get reparations. Then he wants to get their reparations. I guarantee you what, you have never heard a Black American say Bahamians should not get anything from the British Empire or UK or whatever. But you got somebody sitting up here, like I said, who's lived here his whole life. He is half Jamaican, half Bahamian, and he's sitting up here, like I say, and all his money came from Black Americans. Before Miami became the Caribbean city that it was more Black Americans down there, and they were the ones who provided the culture and the music and everything. Next thing you know, he'll be sitting up here saying it was Bahamians and Jamaicans that created hip hop as well.
It's disgusting. Like, I mean, like they come up off of us, and then once they figure they made it, they say, fuck y'all. They didn't try to shit on us. Excuse my French. And it's a whole bunch of them out there like that you thought was cool. And I didn't even know he was from the Caribbean. I remember he had a show. You remember he had like a television show with him and his family, and I think his wife is an attorney, if I'm not mistaken. He had
She left him, yeah. She left him.
Yeah, on little sitcom, Luke Campbell and his kids and all that stuff. That was like out in the early 2000s or something like that. But my thing is, why are you in? This is what makes me mad. Why are all of these non-foundational Black Americans in our business? It doesn't concern you. If you got an issue, if you're half Jamaican and you're half Bohemian, then you need to go over to the Queen of England and request to get reparations from them. We're not gonna say, nah, y'all shouldn't get that, or try to put ourselves in it when we know that we don't deserve it. This is the problem. And when we check them, all of a sudden they're trying to say we a hate crime. No, we're trying to get a hate group. We're just trying to get our reparations. That's it. And it's only for Black American people whose descendants come from slavery in America. I don't understand why is it so hard for them to get that? And what is all of this? They wanting to come and tell us what we should and what we shouldn't and how we should say this and what we need to do. Mind your business. Mind your business. It has nothing to do with you. If you from Haiti, go to France, ask them to cut you your check. If you from Jamaica, go to the Queen of England, Bahamas, all of them different little islands that they own. Go get them to cut your check and leave us and let us do what we need to do. See, it's some hating shit. That's all it is to me. I yield the floor on that.
And here's the thing, when he was in his prime, even when he was in his 40s and 50s and whatnot, he wasn't talking all this political stuff. Now all of a sudden, I guess you don't have women on the poles anymore, and you don't have them booty shaking and doing gyrating and doing everything else now. So now you done got to the point in your life that now you want to play big politics and whatnot. You ran for mayor of Miami, came in like 4th place. And now you want to sit up here, you want to school us on, you want to make up history. You want to sit up here and completely make up history. Of course, that's not something new that you haven't. You've seen a lot of people up here talking about what they created in this country and this and that. You created stuff in this country that you couldn't create in your own country. So you want to sit up here and you want to go ahead and you want to make up all this stuff about the greatness of your country and what you created and this and that. And you came over here and you basically civilized us. You basically gave us culture, and you basically taught us what was going on. No, I'm not even going for that. Like I say, had it not been for those Black people down in Miami who created the culture, who created the winning football program, Miami football revolutionized college football altogether. So he was able to jump on that. He was able to jump on the southern bass style of music, and he was able to jump on the Miami Hurricanes' rise to fame. And he used it, and give him credit. He is a promoter by nature. He knows how to promote himself, and that's exactly what he did. Just like this woman running her mouth, Tyra Perry today. She's a promoter. And this is helping her actually with all these spaces with her name, hashtag, and this and that. This probably helped her get a new bag right here. This is bringing her to prominence. That's why she went ahead and she jumped in Luke's space. That's why she's going ahead and she's jumping on Tariq and this and that because she's looking for that bag. She's looking for a way to secure that bag and get her some income coming in because nobody be talking about her if she wasn't. So this is a quick way for her to come up, for her to stay relevant.
Okay.
She knows that reparations are trending and everything else. So she's like, hey, let me jump on this. Let me go ahead and do what I got to do. So that's all this boils down to. You got people up here trying to name drop and trying to stay relevant, instead of trying to actually create something and help something out and try to push the agenda forward. No, they got their own agenda that they pushing forward, and that agenda is themselves. They care about themselves more than they care about anybody else. I want to say thank you to Maxim and Michelle for your contribution on Cash App to Newstoter. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sam, I see you had your hand up. Black Native, you got your hand up. Do you have another question you wanted to ask?
Well, I just wanted to make a statement. You are so right. Like literally, they're still trying to get a bag off of Black Americans by us making them relevant. Because I didn't even know who Tara Perry was. Not Tyler Perry, Tara Perry. I didn't know who she was. But like you said, all these different rooms have her name in the title. So now, she's becoming more relevant. Or for Black Americans. This is the thing. Like if you're where you come from is popping, why do you always gotta try to come and ease your way or mingle your way into our culture? Because at any given time we make you famous. I mean, that's just what it is. We are the pop. We are the culture. Ain't nothing popping off over there in the Bahamas or in Haiti. What's really going on? Nothing. And so they come over in our space, like you said, still trying to get a bag. Even when they trying to stop us from getting our bag, they still trying to get a bag off of us while trying to stop us from getting ours. I yield on that.
Yeah, and you got everybody like dropping comments to me like, man, what's going on with are they trying to block the bandwidth? I seen the RZA and everybody else. They're like, what's going on here? It's like since we had that space with Secure the Tribe, man, we've been catching hell on this back end trying to get stuff going and whatnot. Like, and this is not as bad as that Secure the Tribe space because they just totally shadow banned that entire space there. But it's getting close to that point that they really, like I said, they done knocked DJ completely out the spot. Like my phone keeps saying that he's accepting the co-host and then it just goes away. Then it come back, he's not a co-host and it goes away. And I mean, this is about 50 times I'm saying this just keep popping up. So,
I'm ahead though still.
Oh, I just can't see you then. Like this.
Damn, y'all. I got my hand up and everything.
Hey, this is what the Black Authority said.
You can't see me either?
Wait, who's me?
Yeah, I can see you enough.
Oh, enough? No, I see you enough. No, man.
Okay.
I see Sam.
News?
Okay.
Yeah, I see. I just don't see DJ. I don't see DJ at all.
I see enough. I see Sam.
Enough, you got your hand up?
Yep, I got my hand up.
I don't see enough hands up.
The only person.
But she's talking now for her hand. Sam.
The only person hand I see up is Black Native. That's it.
No, I got my hand up.
I got my hand up too, bro.
Yeah.
You don't see no emojis going? Put some emojis in the comments, sis. You know what I mean?
I see Sam. I see Sam hand up now.
Well, look, this is what I want y'all to know. Like, this is what they're doing right now, family. Like, they're doing their algorithm sabotage thing right now, y'all. Like, this shit is for real, man. They got so many different things that they weaponized. And also to the credit that this is Twitter's doing so they can get a bag off the government for having intel because we're on these apps. That's what I really peeped it from. Like Twitter saying, look, they're talking over here. We can get you all of the recordings and catalog them and query them for you. But over here, they're having that conversation. And right now, we're going to help you out with a Hunter Biden thing. But, we can let this thing go forward. And those people are paying money in the back pockets to those different groups in Twitter. We know they can't pay their bills. They trying to press Elon Musk to buy it. So it's just like, this whole shit is just a sham. And we starting to see the chips fall down. And the thing about it is that they got so many weapons that they've been using on us in society, where they undermine us, where they talk about us, where they actually make it seem like we don't have no people following us, where it look like don't nobody tune into our stuff. When in actuality, that's on the contrary. A lot of us tune into each other. They're just sabotaging it, fam. And that's why I know we're that closer to reparations, because the only time they would do anything like this is when they're afraid. And they got every goddamn reason to be afraid. So I'm not going to knock them on their fears. I'm going to just tell you that that's where all of these avenues is coming from, Brother Newstoter. And I've been seeing that in my rooms as well, where people trying to been coming in the room for 8 times and they know eventually that we're just going to give up. We're just going to be like, man, I ain't going to keep trying. But at the end of the day, fam, we just understand that has nothing to do with the host, the co-host. That is all Twitter. That's not even the government. That's Twitter trying to go ahead and put themselves in a government contract position so they can help the government while using our information for their purposes under these terms and conditions. That's what they definitely do. So just understand that it's all about money. And the more you can undermine us, of course, don't be surprised people will sell out for reparations. It's a lot of money to keep us away from it. And a lot of people don't believe we're going to get it anyway. So they don't mind us selling us out. Just keep it all the way 100. That's what it really, really comes down to. Because I don't even know how we even talking about Tara. But Tara was in the space co-hosting with me one time under Sir Major, and a lot of people was messaging me like, how can you even co-host with somebody like that? And I was telling them I don't pick the co-host, the host does. But the thing about it is that she left the stage talking about I was turning it into a secure the tribe space. When that's not even the truth. That was not what the space was about. The thing was about it was when she was over here making claims about reparations and saying that we ain't gonna get it. And I had to check her and let her know, like, we don't need no HR 40 and shit like that. She's heavy on the HR 40, and now I'm starting to make sense why that's the case, because that's her ticket back into Washington that she got a registered eligibility to do. And I land.
So basically, she's a belly warmer, then. Basically. Okay. This is how we gonna do it. Since I can't see, we gonna let Sam go, let DJ go, Enough go. Demi, do you have your hand up? Because if you do, I can't see.
No, she don't got her hand up, but I'm pretty sure my sister got something to say.
Okay, so let's go Sam. Okay, I see you now, Demi. Let's go Sam, DJ, Enough, and then Demi.
My sister can go before me. She can go before me.
Okay, no problem. Sam, you go ahead, and then I'm gonna let Demi go, and then DJ, and then Enough.
But thank you for letting me speak. First of all, hope you're doing well, Totter, DJ, sister Enough, Demi. You know, we a family up in here. We up in here supporting each other every day. Sister Kimberly. So like basically, I was in that space too when Sister Enough was speaking, and Sister Enough was making some great points, and she, you know, what I mean, at the end of the day, we seen a lot of our leaders when they are, you know, when like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, when we try to do it the way that Tara was trying to basically say, you know what I mean, it really puts us at a risk, and like it puts our life at risk. And she was saying, she was coming from a standpoint where like, if you want to be a leader, then you got to risk your life. But that's not true. You know what I mean? We can build new ways to communicate amongst each other without that leadership, without that, you know, it's almost like, I like somebody said earlier, like decentralized planning almost. Like we can really take that approach because then we don't have a leader and they can't target us, so it's unbeatable. You know what I mean? Another point I want to make as well is that we can't, you know what I mean? This shit don't happen overnight. You know what I mean? Like you can't force and pick a leader and just be like, you the leader. Like you gotta just let this shit grow. You know what I mean? It's like a plan at the end of the day. We all form it. You know what I mean? We're gonna form it to something special. Reparations are gonna come. It may not come overnight, but eventually, you know what I mean, we're gonna grow to the point where we need to be and get those reparations. So that's just another thing I want to add is just that we just gotta stick where we at and you know, go with your gut and your intuition. Turn your mind off and go with your heart and your intuition. You know what I mean? Because sometimes your mind leads you wrong. You really got to go with your heart. We feel the vibe in this room. We feel the vibe amongst each other. And that's something special. That's something that you need to go by. You know what I mean? God didn't give you that intuition for no reason. So really, I just wanted to end with that. And y'all are my fam. So for sure.
One love, my brother. All day.
Appreciate that, brother. Definitely appreciate that. Demi, you go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead and say what you want to say.
Well, good afternoon, my brethren and sisters. How everybody doing? Newstoter, DJ, Irie, of course, Enough, and everybody in the room. How everybody doing? I just want to say, oh, child, the labels. It's a lot. It's a lot. I mean, I myself, I have to try to keep up, but I will say, shaming our brothers and sisters on open platforms, that shit got to stop, y'all. It got to stop because reparations is the goal. And every day it's a new distraction, from Luke to now Tara to somebody else tomorrow. It's all GS, whatever his name is. It's always gonna be somebody. And when we can, for me, it's about, man, fuck your feelings. I'm sorry, excuse me for cussing, but I don't care about your feelings. There's people in this room that don't like me, but I don't care. Okay? Because at the end of the day, regardless, reparations is the goal. So, I say let's stop feeding their ass the energy. Everything we focus on becomes reality. The more we focus on that shit, the more it becomes reality. Luke can kiss my ass, okay? I'm not taking political advice from a nigga who treat women like animals, okay? If I can't introduce you to my child, you can't teach me nothing. All right? I don't know Tara. Yes, I heard what she said, to keep to the topic of the room. Look, she need to mind her tongue. If you got an issue with Tariq, the good book tells us, if I got an issue with somebody, I need to go to them directly. And if I can't handle it with that person, then I go to the higher ups in the community and we try to resolve the issue. If not, then you walk away. But this is not getting us anything, y'all. Seriously. Nothing but making us look like the typical labels that they put on us. That we can't come together, that we always arguing and bickering. This is feeding into their labels. And I'll land there.
No doubt, and I can say as part of this, the media, the new black media, my job is just to try to supply the information, just to try to keep our people up to date what's going on in this country and this world as well. So, to have the constant bickering and what are you bickering about? Like, what you're talking about is so trivial, it doesn't even matter. But you do have to understand that there's so many of us that have jealousy that don't want to see the next person come up, because that's what this woman is totally making it out about. When somebody says, well, hey, this is bigger than me, I'm not a leader, the code is a leader, this and that, but then you repeatedly keep saying, well, no, you're the leader, you're the leader, you're the leader. It's like you intentionally like trying to sabotage what's going on. Like, what happened with AOS is what happened with AOS. So, it's nothing you can change about that. It doesn't matter. You still got people that claim 8OS to this day, so let it be. You got people that claim freedmen. You got people that claim indigenous. You got people that claim FBA, B1, whatever. And everybody's goal should be one thing. Reparations, which is one thing, but even above reparations, it should be black empowerment. Black empowerment at the end of the day is the most important thing. Okay? Black empowerment and reparations. So to have somebody just constantly like picking at a scab and hoping that it can turn into a sore or whatever, it's just annoying. Like, this lady just strictly just clout chasing here, man, just to be clout chasing. Anybody that's in here that wants to speak, try raising your hand. If you become a speaker and we can't see your hands raised, and say something, let us know that you're trying to speak, because right now Twitter has Newstoter under the shadow ban. They see that we are the largest curator of black news today. They see that we put these spaces on. We don't care if we have 5 people in the space, we got 500. We still gonna drop the information. We still gonna share the knowledge. So they see this. They see us becoming a problem. And they are, like I say, it is an attack on the FBA. It is an attack on the new black media. They're attacking this man Tariq, putting his name in all kind of BS petitions. He's trending on, every time you look, he's trending on Twitter. They're trying to attack the reparations. And you got black people helping them, like Luke and Tyra Perry. And what's the dude that always be with Luke in the space? His name Steven. He's another one.
Was it Addison or whatever?
I thought his name was Steven.
His name is Steven.
Yeah,
Steven Addison or whatever, or something like that.
like another magpie sitting up here just going in, whatever. So you got, like I say, whenever people get ready, whenever white people get ready to come and do something to black people, let's not pretend that it's always just white people coming by themselves. A lot of times they'll send black people out just to get a filler, just to see what's going on, just so they can get in close. You know what I'm saying? When Malcolm X got killed, it wasn't no white person that killed him. The white people sent the people to kill him. The FBI had that and this and that, but they sent Negroes in there to do the dirty work. So remember that. Remember, it's gonna always be a white person coming. They gonna arrange it, and they gonna have their puppets, the black puppeteers coming in there to do the dirty work. As always, coming in there seeing exactly how vulnerable the situation is, and that's what they're trying to do right now to the FBA movement, to the reparations movement. They're trying to see exactly will these Negroes fold the way they always fold. That's why they want to put a leader so bad, because they know you can attack. If you can attack the leader, if you can kill a head, then the body's sure to follow. Or you kill a body and the head follows. So they want to go ahead and they want to attach a leader there so they can go ahead and get rid of the whole thing. They don't want to hear anything about no damn reparations. Truth, I seen you with your hand up, so I'm going to get to you too, brother. DJ, you want to go ahead, and then I'm going to go to Enough and Truth.
Right. Hey, good brother Truth, go ahead. You know up here. You know what I mean? What's up, homie? I'll go after him.
Wait.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna let them go first, man. I appreciate that, though.
Let Enough go ahead.
Thank you very much. I mean, dang, you see how these men be up here? They just always, even in Irie room.
Girl, if you don't just shut your little pretty self up and just
I'm gonna stop coming to these rooms. I'm telling y'all right now. But anyways, I wanted to say that we need to be very careful when SBA or anything about reparations is in Luke's and he has it in the title. We need to stop going in there and supporting him, because you see when he has anything else he's talking about, his room is not popping. It's us that's making his room pop. We need to step away from that, let him talk his shit, because people are going to continue to talk about this. We need to not put so much energy into Tyra or whatever the fuck her name is, okay? We need to not put energy into that. And I know Newstoter is only doing his job, which I respect. I'm talking about everybody else. We need to not be talking about this, because we see people that's coming in and everybody wants to just get ahead, right? This is what I'm starting to see. Everybody want to get ahead. And we need to come together, and nobody should be above anybody. You understand what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean, it's about her, and now it's about him, and then it's about her. No, nobody is the leader. We don't have no fucking leaders. I'm not following nobody. I'm not doing that. I'm not on that type of time. The leader is reparations. I'm trying to get a check. I'm trying to secure something for my children. You understand what I'm saying? And that should be all of our goal. Not to worry about, let me ask you a question. When the last time y'all actually been talking about reparations? I'm talking about truly went to a room and all y'all was talking about was fucking reparations. I don't see rooms like that. We put in too much energy into everything else except the goal. And them are the rooms that I want the government to see. Us talking about reparations, how we gonna come together and build off of getting our reparations, and how we gonna build majority states of
Black America.
Slaves. Yeah, Black majority states. That is what we need to be talking about. When I go to DJ Speak, we're in there. We're talking about reparations. Okay, we might get off into other shit, but we also talk about reparations. Yesterday with Irie, we was talking about reparations. That was our goal. This is what, if somebody is talking about negative shit, you need to get the fuck out of there, because that's not what we're on. That is not building us as a community. We are a fucking community. And if you allow people like Tyra to distract you from the goal, then fuck it. We might as well just stop now, because we're not going to get there. When every other group got their reparations, what did they do? They came together. They did not fight each other. We are literally fighting each other right now. Oh, that bitch over there, she doing, I don't give a fuck if you don't like, I don't give a fuck if you don't like me. Okay? I don't care if you don't like me. I'm still going to speak my shit. I'm still going to talk my shit. I'm still going to do what the fuck I want to do. But when it build with you, I'm going to build with you. Regardless, all that petty shit and all who want to be the leader, women are headstrong as it is. Then you got men, they fucking headstrong. Fuck all of that shit. Stop letting people come in and fuck up what we trying to build. What are we trying to build? Like I asked her, what is the overall goal? I asked the bitch, what is the overall goal? Reparations. The bitch want to get off into other shit. I'm not talking about other shit. I don't care about nothing. The overall goal is reparation. Bitch, say it with me. Reparations, ho. It's not about how much Tyreek is making and what he doing for his people. I don't care. That is his thing, honey. That's not your thing. But she wants to be the leader. Bitch, I would never follow you. I wouldn't follow your ass into war, okay? Because I already see what type of time it is, okay? And that's facts. But anyway, I'm going to land my plane there. But remember, when you're going into these rooms, change the narrative to talk about reparations and try to get people to stop talking about so much negative shit, okay? Please, reparations. All right, peace, love, and all that good shit. You know, money. Cut the check.
No doubt, no doubt. We got to stay on task and whatnot. And like I say, but when we're under attack, we definitely got to make it known. We got to make it known. And like I say, right now the movement is under attack. And right now you have to think about it. The majority of America doesn't want to see the reparation movement continue to go forward. So that's why we can't self-destruct. We are in a situation now that we have seen past movements. We've seen where they've gone right and we've seen where they've gone wrong. So we can't repeat the same mistakes that they repeated. We want to sit up here and we want to criticize the baby boom and the civil rights generation, but now you're in the age of information. And not only that, but you have them as an example to see exactly what happened. If we were to fail and to mess up things now, you can't sit up there and blame your parents and grandparents' generation. The blame is going to be on you. Your kids and your grandkids are going to look at you and going to say, man, what the hell happened with you? Y'all was on track. Y'all was going the right direction. And once again, it seems like black people can't get out of their own way of tripping. So exactly what's your problem? And then they're going to have little respect for you. So now is the time to go ahead and let's do something concrete while we can, so we can go ahead and lay down this foundation for the next generation to come behind us. Because let me tell you something, we have been battling this stuff for generations. It's going to take more than one generation to get up out of this. We have to train the next generation to come along and replace us and to keep the fight moving forward. We can't sit up here and think, and that's our problem as black people, while whites and Asians have 50-year, 100-year plans, we have a year plan. And if we can't get in the year, then we just ready to give up and pack it in. But that's not how life works. We have to be willing to put in that work. And sometimes I wonder if we're really willing to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to fall out the sky and fall into our lap. This is something that we're going to have to really, really work our tails off. This is going to be the hardest thing that we ever had to do in our life. You know, besides raising our kids, this is going to be the hardest thing that we ever had to do in our life. We can't just sit up here and pat ourselves on the back for one small victory. That was a problem back in the 60s. They got a victory and they pat themselves on the back, they got content, and they went to sleep. Even down there, the Haitians down there in Haiti, when they won against France, they pat themselves on their back, and look what happened to them. You're against an enemy who doesn't know the meaning of quit. You have to beat it out of them. If you sit up here and you think that one small victory is going to stop white supremacy, then man, you're dreaming. It doesn't stop. These people are relentless, and you have to match their relentlessness. So you can't just go ahead and just say, well, we won today and that's it. No, it's not it. You got to prepare this generation and the next generation and the next generation and the next generation after them. The same way the Chinese are starting to do. The same way the Indians and everybody else around the world. That's something that we have to do. Prepare future generations to go ahead and take the fight. Take the fight to the enemy. Don't let the enemy take it to you. You take it to them. Truth, go ahead and unmute your mic, brother. And also, you guys, make sure you support the New Black Media. If anybody's in the space and you're not following Newstoter on Twitter, please make sure that you follow Newstoter on Twitter. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, subscribe to our newsletter as well. So make sure you are supporting the New Black Media. We are the largest news aggregator today in America. We put out more content than any other website, black-owned platform today in America. So make sure you guys support us and support us on Cash App, which is $Newstoter. Truth, go ahead and unmute your mic.
can y'all hear me? Everything good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I appreciate you, Newstoter. I appreciate you, DJ Sag, and the rest of the family, man. I want to say, first, for me, I just want to say, I want us to stop fighting each other first, man. No matter what clique you from, if we all got the same goal, stop fighting each other, man. First, I mean, I appreciate people like Dane Calloway, even Dr. Umar, you know, everybody for enlightening me for whatever way they enlighten me. I ain't got no fight for them because at the end of the day, they got the same fucking goal to stop white supremacy. Even when we talking about our fellow Africans and the foreigners, like I said, like even the foreigners, they not all against us. They even got, because this white supremacy shit is global. This shit is not just in America. This shit is global, and it's been global. So to stop white supremacy, we all got to take a part of it. It's not just me. It's not just Americans. It's all of us. We all got to stop it. And that's my whole thing. Like, we got to stop pointing fingers and really know who the enemy is. You get what I'm saying? And that's my whole thing. It's like I see we trying to put ourselves in boxes. That's division again. It's good that we get to know who we are. We get to finally understand. Yeah, we're not like them. But hold on, don't forget the battle. Don't forget the fight. There's a war going on right now. There's a war going on, and we don't want to be by ourselves either. We was never by ourselves. But then we also had people who was with us and then branched off. Yeah, we seen that shit. We seen that shit, and we feel that shit. Because we was all in the same fight, and y'all turned y'all back on us, and y'all gotta admit that shit. Y'all gotta admit that we was all here, Mr. Chinaman, Mr. Irishman. We you know what? We ain't gonna do all of that. But we was all here at one point. We was all here, Mr. Africans, and all of that. Y'all built off our backs too. Everybody built off our backs. So at the end of the day, we gotta stop fucking fighting each other. All the gangs, y'all niggas weak. Every fucking gang in this fucking America is weak. Every fucking gang in America. How? How do we let them destroy us like this? We even got white niggas in gangs that's taking over the gangs. How? It's supposed to have been about blacks first. It's supposed to have been about Americans first.
Hold on.
How?
For real. Hold on.
Yeah, get me out of here. I'm just saying, that's how I felt. Like, I feel like we just fight each other no matter what. I apologize if I got off the tracks. I'm passionate. And I don't feel like we shouldn't even talking on these things. I think maybe we should just build a building, like somebody rent a room, 20 in a room. We need to get together and talk about this is unsafe to be talking like this on these platforms. We don't own this shit. We don't know who talking. We don't know who listening. We really don't know this shit is deep. Our ancestors, we got people who died. We got people who is dying. Today, this morning, cops follows me. My whole life, cops. Listen, I don't know where y'all from. I'm from Baltimore, then I came to Philadelphia. I seen a lot of shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people from down south and further down south and east, west coast. I know, but we all brothers. Why the fuck we killing each other? I mean, the conscious community can't even get together. What is going on? The conscious community? How are y'all? We fighting over little. What are we going to fight for? That's what I'm saying. What are we going to fight for? We got to pick at the end of the day, they just listen to us. How are we going to build? We are sellouts. Everything we do, we can't even have our own language because we give out all our slang and our raps. They're listening. Why do you think we so big on raps? Why do you think before everybody run off our culture? You're right. We make them hot because we give them our power, our language. Everything. We give them everything. We do.
Hold on, let that brother speak, man. Let him speak. You know what I mean? Everybody just hold your thoughts for a second, man. Hey, Truth, use your mic, 60 seconds, bro. Go ahead. And I don't know if Toto, if you trying to say something.
I'm sorry, Quad. I'm gonna let you come up next. I just let him finish speaking, and like I said, I know the brother's passionate, so we're gonna let him go ahead and like DJ said, we give him about 60 more seconds, and then I'm gonna let you come up, Quadell. But go ahead, Truth, unmute your mic.
Nah, I just want to say, look, I appreciate the time I did have. You know, I just want people to understand where we at with it. Like, we beefing over nothing. We beefing, and we know the bigger picture. And the thing called white supremacy. So if they ain't white, what the fuck we beefing for anyway? Right? That's one. Two, yeah, it's good to find ourselves, but then really find yourself. You get what I'm saying? And then if you're going to find yourself, then why are you hating on the next motherfucker just because we got different point of views? What is the goal? Is it taken away from your goal or you just want to be the leader or something? Like, come on. What are we fighting for, man? Like I said, listen, I stand to the side and let y'all do y'all thing, but don't ask for help if we ain't for the same goal. That's it. Well, what goal are we doing? And at the end of the day, we talk about reparations. This thing that stops white supremacy is us. We just need us. Why are we making this so hard? We hate each other for real. Y'all forget that. Y'all forget that. But listen, y'all go ahead. Because if we really show love, we really can show love. Y'all don't really love each other, man. Look in the fucking mirror. But I'm done. Go ahead.
Newstoter, we should all be able to respond to that.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Don't unmute it either yet. Hold on. We're gonna let y'all get to it, okay? I mean, the brother's passionate. The brother, I know he kind of, you know what I'm saying, his emotions kind of got him or whatever. So that was pretty passionate and whatnot. My man Quadell, he had his hand up, so I want to go ahead and let him. Quadell's pretty soft-spoken brother, so we're gonna go from the emotion right there to a brother that's really low-key and whatnot who comes on. He also supports the platform and stuff like that. So this is how the order goes. We're going to go to Quadell. Black Native has had her hand up for a minute, so I assume she wants to speak. Black Native, Enough, Demi. So let's go to Quadell, and then we'll go to Black Native, Enough, and then Demi. So Quadell, go ahead and unmute your mic, bro.
Hey, just 1 second, everybody. Again, this is our OUR Black Media. So if we're up here acting a fool, yelling at each other for whatever the reason, that's just more embarrassment on us, and we're giving the white supremacists, man, more reason to fucking laugh at us. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody, let's be an adult, hold y'all talking points, and debate each other with the facts. That's all you got to do. Kill each other with kindness instead of with bullets. You feel me? So go ahead, Quadell. And share this space out, y'all. We being shadow banned. Share this space out before anybody speak real quick. Share this space, get your contacts, all that. You know what I mean? Because we're being shadow banned on some real shit.
And if you guys can, contribute just $1. $1 if you got it to Newstoter on Cash App. That's $1, $ Newstoter. But Quadell, go ahead, bro, and speak your truth.
All right. Yeah, I just want to say, my man over here was all over the place. Now, he was all over the place. I don't even know where to begin. One, no one's trying to start a war. That's one. I don't know what you're talking about. People trying to start a war. You're gonna get like the feds and people trying to come down on us or some bullshit that no one's ever spoke of. All we're trying to do is get our reparations and get tangibles for our lineage. We are not a group. We are not none of that, because that's something that's been pushed so crazy and heavily lately, and that's just false. And two, you said there was a problem with delineating. And then you said there isn't a problem delineating. I don't know where you are, man. So I can't really. I'm not even gonna go in on you too much because you're just too confusing. Everything you said one thing, you contradict yourself the very next statement. So I'm just gonna leave you alone. I just want to talk about real quick the reparations to Tara Parody. Yeah, we were going back and forth with that girl a little earlier today, and obviously she's a Democratic shill. A lot of us had suspicions that she was, and we just basically shut her down earlier today, and people are still shutting her down. I'm not gonna say much, and I'm just gonna end with that.
Quadell too. Also, man, make sure you go ahead and, like I said, I sent you that DM about about your business. So make sure you go ahead and you get me an image, and know what I'm saying. Give me some text to add to it so I can go ahead and just tweet it out or whatever. Give me like a little a little advertisement or whatever. Just give me an image of the business or whatever, and the link or whatever, and I'll go ahead and we'll start getting work on that. But go ahead and get those banners up to date too, so we can go ahead and start putting it on the site or whatever, bro. But yeah, I know my man. My man was just. He just, sometimes emotion gets the best of us. My man was, passionate or whatever. And I know we got some of the ladies in the place that's ready to say something. So, like I said, we're going to go Black Native. We're going to go Enough. And we're going to go Demi. So, and anybody else that wants to come up and speak, please.
Hey, brother Insane Optimist did have his hand up for a while, but we'll put him in the middle of one of the.
I can't, because I can't see it. That's why I said.
Yeah, I know that's why I mentioned it. Yeah. Hey, Insane Optimist, you up there? Going once, going twice. Oh, there you go, right there.
Let's let Insane, since he hadn't spoke. Let's let him.
No. Just go to Black Native and then somebody else or whatever, because she had her hand up for a minute too. But yeah, Insane been sitting down in the D with his hand up patiently for a while.
Well, okay, then hold on. Then let's go Black Native, because like I said, I can't see everybody's got their hands up. So let's go Black Native because she had her hand up for a while. Then I'll go Insane and I'll go Enough and Demi. Because I can't, like I said, I can't see the people hands up. So if the brother had his hand up, I know Black Native had her hand up for a long time. So go Black Native, go Insane, Enough, and then Demi.
Okay, let me just give a little shout out to my two sisters that's sitting up there. Enough is Enough and Demi. We've been in different spaces together. So I just want to give a little shout out to y'all. I love y'all too. Let me say this. An unstable man is unstable in all his ways. We don't need any man that's that emotional trying to actually liberate us. You got to get control of your emotions. I'm a woman, and I'm not trying to down you, brother, but the emotions, you got to take them. And I know we angry as Black people. We hurting right now. We've been hurting, but you got to take the emotions out of it and deal with what we trying to deal with now. And that agenda is reparations. This is not a group. This is a lineage. This is a lineage-based. We all coming together because based on the experiences that our forefathers, our ancestors went through. This ain't no group. We not part of no kind of hate group or nothing. This is linear. We dealing with our lineage, and the reparations is owed to us. It was promised. You're supposed to get the 40 acres and a mule. That never happened. I'm Native and I'm Black, so I got to gripe both ways. I didn't get no land. I didn't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I don't want you to think that we're some type of group, because if you're a descendant of slaves, then you're part of this. It's a lineage. So at this point, yeah, you got to get those emotions in check. And I understand where you're coming from. I'm from Brooklyn. So born and raised, I lived around a whole bunch of Italians, mafia, being chased home, being beat up, being spit at. So I understand white supremacy is, we're gonna get to them. We're gonna get to them next. But right now, we have to be on reparations. That's it. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. I want my money. I want the shit to hit my bank account. I want to be, as soon as that shit, if it comes in the mail, I'm going to the bank. I'm doing everything I need, because my kids deserve that, and my grandkids, and my great grandkids, and my great 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 grandkids. They stole our wealth. They stole our heritage. They stole it. So this is not a lot. Like, they owe us $14 trillion. We know we're not probably going to get that, but they're going to give us what they owe us. So this is all that is. We're talking about reparations here. Reparations, that's all you need to be thinking about. Going to get our check, going to the mailbox, checking your bank account, and that money sitting in there. That's it. And I land on that. Thank you.
All right. Insane. Go ahead and Truth. We're gonna Truth. I'm gonna let you come back up, but let's let since you spoke, let's let everybody we're gonna go Insane, then we're gonna go Enough, Demi, and then we'll come back to you. So let's go ahead and keep that order so we can just kind of keep the flow of everything else. Black Native, did you raise your hand again? Because I see you got your hand up.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Just check. Hey, listen.
Hey, look, that's crazy because I don't even see that she raised her hand again on this side. See what I'm saying? Damn.
Everything is janky right now. So it is what it is. Like I said, like you said, we've been shadow banned and whatnot. So that must mean that Newstoter and the grassroots are doing our job right there. If we getting hated like this here, then like I say, we the largest black curation platform in America today, black owned. So that means y'all gonna help us get even bigger and bigger. So let's do our thing. And Sane, go ahead and unmute your mic.
And Brother Ray, real quick, I see you down there. I sent you an invite to speak, but I don't know, bro. But go ahead and sing. Go ahead, my bad.
All right, Newstoter, Totter, DJ, Irie, and everybody else in the house, thank you so much. Great stuff. Good idea to have this group tonight. Truth. Wow. That was a lot you laid out, man. Remind me of myself sometimes. But, we all deal with trauma. And I know that there's some spaces that talk about trauma, how to deal with it. I think there were some mental health spaces going on. The whole black community suffers from some type of trauma, those of us who are FBA. And many of us have learned to deal with it. We can always be better. So thank you for your passion. And, keep trying, brother. Keep striving. I know the shit gets deep, what you see on a day-to-day basis, and you just get frustrated sometimes and want to let go. But keep striving to deal with emotions and things of that nature, as I do. Yeah, man, this whole thing with this stuff that's coming from these Democratic operatives and agents, it's I don't know how organized it is, but certainly we all know that it's being influenced by the low-level propaganda machine of the Democratic Party under the auspices of Roland Martin. So my whole thing with these people is, looking at patterns of behavior and trying to highlight them. Be it, the Native Americans, specifically the Cherokee, who were collaborators in their own demise. It's a pattern that replays itself over and over again. So I'm not interested in debating them about the legitimacy of what we're trying to do, as opposed to highlighting their patterns. There are famous Nazis. I mean, there are many infamous Jewish people who were collaborators with the Nazi regime. They refused to see what was happening with them. Some of them, had the opportunity to leave, especially some of the more well-heeled, financially stable Jewish people. They could have left, but somehow, some way, they thought that was for those other Jewish people, and it ended up being a program for all of them. So again, these patterns of behavior continue to play themselves out all across the world with different groups of people, and you find that people are collaborators. I feel like many of those in the Congressional Black Caucus, I feel like they, quiet as it's kept, are somehow collaborators, in this whole thing with Ukraine. Certain signals that were sent out by them when this whole thing jumped off pretty much set black people up for a disaster like Buffalo. There's some accountability to be had there when a Sheila Jackson Lee comes out and contradicts, and I've mentioned this before, the late John Conyers. John Conyers introduced a resolution prohibiting sales of weapons to that Azov battalion in Ukraine because they were Nazis. He did that. So when she comes out, knowing all of this, with all the stuff on the news, the Peace Corps makes a statement saying, black people, if you're volunteering with us, you can expect to get bananas thrown at you, racial epithets. Just be forewarned. So they engaged in white-splaining the Peace Corps established by John F. Kennedy, an American president. And the fact that they made a statement certainly gave President Biden some kind of justification to say, hey, we want to help you, but you're treating these people from Africa, India, very badly. He made no kind of statement whatsoever. And again, Sheila Jackson Lee and the Black Caucus, with them knowing the stance that John Conyers took. If you look at that clip on my page, it's from C-SPAN. He speaks about this. With them not saying, hey, Mr. President, those people are being treated bad over there. They have a history. That's all they had to do was play a media game with him. They didn't do that. So she particularly is complicit in setting black people up for any type of slaughter that came in the wake of that. Not alerting the community and saying, hey, you got some of these people that are white supremacists going back and forth over here to Ukraine, engaging these people. They should have been full-throated, holding media conferences, talking about this stuff. They did not do that. So somehow, some way, they have committed a sin by omission, because they know. These people know they are briefed every day. So no one in their right mind who understands media, how governments operate, especially this one, we've got some of the best intel on the globe. There's no way they didn't know that. They did not prepare the black community to be on high alert and be vigilant about people waltzing up in the neighborhood that you've never seen before, dressed in camouflage. Come on, they are complicit. So that's my only concern with a lot of these people who churn out this information for the Democratic Party, and they talk about what the people want, this, that, and the other. And again, I don't see these people coming together representing disparate cultures, Haitians, Jamaicans, Africans. They seem to be able to come together to try and disrupt what we're achieving. But again, there is no effort on their part to come together to address what happened in Spain with these people who lost their lives, 22 African Sudanese people. They're not addressing issues in Nigeria. They can't come together to do that, but they can come together and bring smoke to us. They cannot mount an online campaign at any of the embassies. They're not emailing any of these embassies. There's embassies on Embassy Row. There's nobody up there protesting, doing anything. These people are, and handling and dealing with them, debating them about the rights, whether it's legitimate, it's a waste of time. I'm only interested in highlighting patterns of behavior, and they are complicit in the demise, especially those who are Democratic operatives. There was one woman in that room last night. She could churn out information. She sounded very official, but it was official bullshit. It doesn't matter. There's a history of official stuff being bullshit. You sound good, but you're just churning out information, useless information. So dealing with those people, I would be very reluctant to debate them about the legitimacy of FBA, highlighting, listening in to what it is they have to say, by all means, but I would reinforce the fact that there is no leader. There is a code, which is short for code of conduct, which every civil society has. So beyond reinforcing the fact that there is no leader, we are legitimate, and we have a right, like Simon Wiesenthal Center has a right to round up old Nazis and push for their prosecution. Again, drawing comparisons is what I would tend to do with these people. But we're on the right path. We're being shadow banned, and that means that we're doing something right. And I cannot think of anything else I want to share. I'll land my plane with that. Thank you.
Right, Saint. I know you always support the content that I post on Twitter, so just keep supporting it, keep tweeting it out, keep liking it and whatnot, and let everybody in the space know, man. Everybody in the space, y'all got friends on Twitter, family members, or this and that. Even if they're not on Twitter, if they surf the internet, let them know about Newstoter so they can go there daily, visited. Everybody in the space, y'all need to go there daily and visit. Everybody that's listening to this, they need to go there and visit Newstoter at least once or twice a day, just to stay up to date on the latest content. Let's see who we got next.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah,
The black woman in the corner.
Right.
So we about to pull up on you, girl. Talk about we always dissing you, leaving you in the corner.
They is.
Nobody put Becky in the corner. No, I'm saying.
Whatever.
Nobody better not put enough in the corner. We got to fight me, Irene, and Newstoter at the same time.
Enough before you go ahead. Let me just, because like I said, we can't see Ray. I see you as a speaker. I can't tell if you got your hand raised or not. Do you have your hand raised? Anything? Or?
No, I don't have my hand raised.
Okay, yeah, because we haven't, man. We've been shadow banned. So
raising it to see if it actually works on my side, though. Let's see.
Raise your hand, Ray, just to see if it does work, because we can't even tell. Okay,
yeah,
it works.
I can see it.
Okay, no doubt. So enough. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
I'm unmuted. Okay. So first and foremost, I'm going to be very respectful to you, Truth, but I feel like a lot of the stuff that you were saying was very disingenuous. You said we hated ourselves. Black people hated ourselves. Like, why would you say something like that? I'm pretty sure a lot of black people on here love themselves and love to look in the mirror and love themselves. And then you said that we need to care about everyone else, but who has been caring about us? Black Negroes. I can't continue. It's not that I don't care about the people in Africa or Jamaica or any of that, but I have to worry about getting my reparations, something that is owed to me. So I just feel like when you say stuff like that, it's very harmful. If you hate yourself, I'm really sorry, but I don't hate myself, and I don't teach my children to hate themselves when they look in the mirror. My babies are 3 beautiful, chocolate, dark-skinned babies. So I really feel like you shouldn't say stuff like that, sir, and put out that narrative that we hate ourselves, because it's not right. You know, if you hate yourself, and yes, we have a lot of issues in our communities where we have a lot of, but why is all of this stuff? You have to look at the overall of why these things are happening, why we have had so much taken away from us, because they did put us all in one category. They didn't just give people, immigrants, where they were able to be in their own category and pull from those funds. They're pulling from our funds, eating off our table. And now that we're saying that we need to delineate ourselves, we're not saying that we hate this group of people. We're saying that we need to get what's owed to us. It's not owed to them, sir. It's only owed to us. In no time when you were going off did you say anything about reparations. So I'm trying to figure out, is that not your goal, reparations? And then we know that white supremacy is a big problem, sir. We understand that. But you cannot sit on here and say that we hate ourselves and put out that narrative. And this space is being recorded. Please don't say that ever again, sir, because I don't hate myself. And I hope none of my black sisters and brothers hate themselves. But if you hate yourself, you say you hate yourself, okay? But you don't say we all. You don't speak for all of us. You don't speak for me, okay? God bless you. Love, peace, and reparations, sir.
No doubt. Thank you enough for adding that in. We're going to go Demi, and then we're going to go Truth. So, Demi, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Oh, boy. Okay, thank you for letting me speak again. And, you know, like my sister before me, I'm not going to be disrespectful because you are my brother. And as a woman, you deserve respect. However, as a rib, I can truly say you are off topic. All the way around, brother. Now, I would encourage you, with all that passion you have, to start a Zoom chat with your brothers where you can let it all out. But speaking negatively over us all is, let me just say, life and death is in the tongue. So when you speak to us as a group, you want to speak seeds of empowerment, seeds of life, seeds of good, seeds of prosperity, seeds of wealth, seeds of everything good. But let me just help you, center it more. You can't clean your community unless your yard is clean. Okay? We can't help global blackness until we are fixed. What does it look like a broken people globally helping broken people? That's mental insanity right there. But I would encourage you to find a source to let that out. You really gotta let that out, because if you don't, you're gonna get sick. And I'm just saying that because I know mental health. That was a lot. You got to kind of center that a little bit. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I love you in every way like I love myself. But I would encourage you to build with other brothers who share that same passion. Shoot, start a Zoom chat, start a YouTube channel, do something in the community. Two of you together, the Most High will be with you. Just two. All right? So just one other person. and I'll land there, but I wish you the best too.
All right.
All right, beloved brother, Truth is on you.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody's time, man. Like, ladies, no disrespect. When I said, I didn't say we hate each other. I didn't say we hate ourselves. I said we hate each other. You get what I'm saying? I think that's a big difference. Shit, we might be highest in suicide too, but I don't know about, for sure numbers and all that. But I know when it comes to crime, like, I know we kill each other the most. And and I ain't got to be statistical. I'm talking about what I see, too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I was trying to attack. Like, our gangs are powerful. It was really to show them, like, yo, you know how powerful y'all are, man. How far y'all got, and look, y'all got nowhere because y'all killing each other. And look at the conscious community. You see how far y'all got, but look, it stops when y'all start pointing fingers at each other. That's all I really was trying to say. And that's why I say you hate each other, because it's like maybe we don't need a king or a queen and stuff like that, because there's so many different tribes. But I think that's also probably became what everybody else got a unit like that. That's probably our downfall. We can't come to one. That's all I was saying. Like, for some reason, we just can't. We just don't want to come to one. We don't want to figure it out as one. We all want our little units and tribes and migration, and that's cool. And that's cool too. And that's cool to be, because that's where we start from. And I understand. I'm from Baltimore. I'm Mr. 410-215. Truth matters. You get what I'm saying? I understand that. I know what home team is, but then I also know where I'm at and where I've been and where I've, you know what I mean, and what it took to be where I'm at right here. And then I might go somewhere again. So all of those things make me, and all the people that I came across, even for the seconds that I say hello, good morning, we chop it up for 20 minutes, 30, I found good brothers all over the places. Good people and bad people, you would say. Bad and good people, you would say. Like, I don't just judge people. I'm not like that. So I apologize if I came off a little hostile and all that. But sometimes it's like look, everybody like I don't know what he said. I wasn't there. I'm not all big on social media. I got a little thing. I'm trying to keep, like you said, the woman said, I'm trying to keep my peace of mind right now. I can't be in everybody's life right now. I got my own shit that I've been going through from a young age. You get what I'm saying? So my best is try to work with the youth that I got around me that I see day to day or whatever. And I try to try to kick knowledge to them when I see them, whatever. Look, you ain't by yourself. Look, even I got a son. You get what I'm saying? I got a son and a daughter. I got an 18 and 21-year-old. But I also been a stepdad after stepdad. I got kids that love me. You get what I'm saying? I got the youth. Like I said, like, I ain't gonna say like I'm no good dude, all of it. You know, like I said, I'm not a speaker, man. I just started speaking. I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying this stuff out because it need to be done. You know, the ones who doing it, I feel like they not capturing it the way they need to be doing it because we need to be saved right now. I say we all. Like when I say fight white supremacy, I ain't talking about going to war, gun to go. We can just stop white supremacy by not systematically going with that system. Just unity with you and me. Just 1 and 1 first, then 2 and 2, then 4 and 4, 6 to 6, 8 to 8, 20 to 20. Just us. But I don't want to take too much time, right? Because like I said, I ain't y'all black leader and all that. I ain't trying to be. I don't know what's going on with all of these different. I just don't understand the division. When I see all these different divisions, I'm like, man, just like all these different religions. When you say my God, you already divided yourself from us. When you say, well, my God, you divided yourself from me. Then you have your own God when you say my God. You divided yourself from us. Don't use no my God. You're on the same playing field as we all on. We're one. Don't forget that. What race? It's a human race. Don't forget that.
No.
Brother, hold on, y'all.
But I'm saying they say I'm everywhere, but that's what I'm saying. It is, we can pick tribes and all of that, but understand, it's a bigger picture, a bigger plan too. It's been a bigger picture. Science, we still talking about science. If we talk about all this time, 400 or 500 years of slavery and all, science has been in effect all that time? Do you know they got have y'all looked at what China got? You think America don't got that? China have also introduced America to. That's what I said. If America really wanted to go vicious, they not as vicious, but they vicious. They vicious, but they not as vicious, but they vicious. Yes, y'all fighting for something that they don't want to give you. Then why are you fighting for it? To take it yourself, not take it, but I'm saying do it yourself. Work it yourself. Be yourself. Nobody see the problem is the numbers. We can't do it on our own. I can't do it by my damn self. Even if I open my store, who's going to buy from me if y'all don't like me? If we hate each other, they don't hate each other. Like it's a system. You don't see it. But anyway, like I said, I'm done. I'm not like I said. I'm done. I don't understand. Maybe I'm in my box. I'm going to war with who? I hate who? My own people? No, I don't hate nobody. I don't hate women. I don't hate men. I don't hate the LGBT. We got different. Hey, listen, but we got to be on the same focus because the LGBT come with a lot of different colors, and a lot of different colors don't come with what my primary goal is. That was the primary factor of why they built that, and then they try to bring it on to the branch of the black community, put it on the backs of the black community. The black community didn't build that. I don't care how many years they're associated, and the homosexual don't make up the majority of the black community. So they don't get the majority say so. I don't care if you're female or male. You're not the majority when it comes to the black community. I'm sorry.
No doubt, brother. Did you? Who hit mute?
I'm not sorry. I hit the mute. I hit you for a purpose because, brother, all evil needed was for good men to do nothing. And we weren't the majority. That's what makes us the chosen. It is written, I didn't choose you because you were greater in number. I didn't choose you because you were strongest. To be honest, you were the least in number. And I chose you for my name's sake. So it ain't even about, I agree with you. It ain't about no leader. It ain't about no group. It's about our namesake as a people. And right now, our namesake is Black American Negroes. I'm not with the human race because the human race can be so unkind to the Black American Negro. I can't be with the human race because there's no way anything is human about what they did to Jalen Walker. And I gotta go be real human and go hug my 7-month-old baby because she just woke up. But that's how we gonna get down, and that's how real it is. And sometimes, brother, we gotta be strong enough to know that, hey, yeah, I gotta go.
Go ahead and take care of your baby, man. We got it. Yeah, brother, we appreciate it. And you know what I'm saying? I know your intentions are good, man. I know you got emotion and whatnot and whatever. And like all of us, we have to check it. I'm no leader myself. Like I got a media outlet or whatever, an up and coming media outlet, but I'm no leader. I'm just trying to do my part. I don't pretend to be a leader. I'm just trying to get the word out there and this and that. I don't want to be a leader. Except for my kids. So that's not me. I want to help my community as much as possible. I want to do my part. So don't add added pressure to yourself. Everybody has a role to play. You don't have to put pressure. You say you're working with kids and this and that. That's a great thing. We need more mentors for our kids. They need to see strong Black men. Don't let anything get you down or whatever. I'm no big time talker. It took me a while to even like find myself doing these, and I'm still finding myself doing these spaces here, or whatever. That's not really my thing. I like to really be in the background or whatever. But to try to get my site out there and this and that, and get the content out there, I have to come in and do what I have to do. So don't add added pressure to yourself, man. Just go ahead and relax. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you're doing. Stay positive. Keep helping those kids, helping your family, helping your community. And that's all we can do. We can only take it one step at a time. It's no reason to get yourself stressed out or anything and get yourself upset. What's gonna be is gonna be. Right now, we're putting in work for our communities right now. Like I say, this is something that's going to take a lifetime for all of us. It's not going to happen overnight. We're going to have to keep fighting, and we're going to have to keep struggling to try to get there, man. So don't feel like that you because the community's not doing what they're supposed to, that we're all failures or whatever. Hey, we got an uphill battle. We're in a place that we're constantly dealing with white supremacy. We do have our own issues as a people, and I agree with you on that point that we can't be self-destructive by trying to better ourselves. We have to try to minimize that as much as possible. I understand what you're saying, that we probably kill ourselves more than other people, and there may be some truth in that. But the thing is that every race kills himself. White people kill themselves. White on white violence is more prevalent than black on white violence. And that's the way it is. Asians kill themselves at a higher rate than any other race coming killing them. So whoever you live around the most, whoever you're closest to, they normally kill you more and commit more crimes against you. That's just human society. I don't care what it is, but like I say, just keep doing your thing, man. We definitely appreciate you coming in, and like you said, it's one step at a time. Like as the old saying go, Rome wasn't built in a day. So we're not going to go ahead and it took us hundreds of years to get in this predicament. We can't get out of this predicament in 1 year. That's just not the way it is or whatever. And we also got to believe that. I also understand that we're not a monolithic people. Like we're going to have people that's going to believe in different gods and have different ideas and different this and different that. That's the entire world. I don't care what continent or what country you're in. Not all white people worship and think the same or believe the same thing. So we can't expect every black person in America, or every black person in Florida where I'm at, every black person in New York to think the exact same and this and that. And like Irie said, like as Black Americans, of course, I like to see the entire black race around the world do good. But since I live in America, since I was born in America, since I descend from slaves, first and foremost, I like to see my people who built this country and made it into supposedly the greatest country in the world and the richest country to ever exist. I want to see these people get theirs. I have an issue with people who come to this country, and because the United States government has such contempt and hatred for black people, they have given them every opportunity to go ahead and step over black people. They have given them grants. They have given them interest-free loans. They have built things for them that they have not done for black people. And so I definitely want to see my people get theirs first. I don't have any hatred towards any immigrant, be it black, white, Hispanic, or whatever, but I do believe that the people who built this country are entitled to things that have been passed over, that they have faced racism, because the very word racism came from what we went through in this country right here. So definitely, I definitely, like I said, I feel you and I appreciate you chiming in and whatnot. And like I say, it's just one of those things, man. So just keep your head up and don't let it bother you, and just keep doing what you're doing, man. And we appreciate you. We appreciate you adding to the discussion. We got Smooth G, then we got Ray, then we got Black, then we got Insane, and then we got Quad Dead. So I'm gonna have to maybe Black Native. I'm gonna probably have to remove you from the speaker just because we have some more people coming up, but you can come back up. And we're just trying to DJ. I don't know. They had you as you was my co-host. I don't know what happened there. Like they talk about only two, but we only got two. It's only me, you, and Irie as the host. So I don't know exactly what's happening. So like I said, they done jacked this whole damn Twitter space up again tonight, man, with this nonsense.
You could have put me down. Go ahead and send me down. I'm going to be in the listening section.
Okay, sweetie. If you want to come back up, just go ahead and raise your hand and request to speak again, okay?
Yeah, I was gonna say this too. I was just real quick. The whole space froze in me. That's why I keep coming in and out. Like I had to literally just shut down Twitter, like shut the whole app and restart. So I don't know what's going on.
Same here.
Yeah, they like I say, man, they done and then they keep talking about you're allowed two hosts to add this person, remove one co-host. But I mean, DJ, you still
I'm here now. I just got back up here. I fell right into the matrix, bro. Real talk, bro. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. No lie.
I don't know, but Smooth G, go ahead and unmute your mic. And also, y'all, go ahead and please support Newstoter on Cash App. That's $ Cash App. That is $ Cash App. If you got $8, go ahead and contribute it to Newstoter if you can afford it. If you can. If not, then just continue to support the content. Smooth G, go ahead and unmute your mic.
SBA, as far as that, it all comes with it. When you ain't the sheet, of course you're gonna get attacked by everybody. The Packer Woods, they sound bows, that's just part of it. But some of these people we can't even take serious. Like Tara Perry, you can't take that serious. This is a girl that said, she 10 toes down in a fight and stuff like that. And 2 seconds later, she's talking about that's the nail shop we going to. I mean, she everywhere, man. You can't say she like a kid who ain't seen life yet. So I'm gonna pay attention to stuff like that. She'll find a leader one day. With life in it. But ain't really no. The thing with ain't no real beef out there with the Africans and nothing like that. That's just this Twitter shit, man. And you can't take them serious. This is the culture of fucking lying. Because you got a group that you got people that say they want to relate to their lineage, and then all of a sudden it's a problem. Come on, man. Come on. So now we just a counter. Now we a hate group who want to recognize my lineage. And that's weird. But like I say, it's just on this app, man. And if you sit there and listen to them, you hear all the lies. Ain't no reasons or what happened. It's just hate group. It's a bunch of sucker stuff, man. So you can't really take a lot of these internet people serious, man. They ain't out there doing nothing. They ain't in the community. That's why they doing all that talking. They got the time to do it. And I can't respect it. So I let the trolls be trolls. I roast them every now and then, but I don't take them serious. I know they ain't on the block. And the disrespect they do, they ain't gonna say to your face in real life. That's why the internet now people just feel free to say whatever. So it is what it is, man. But I got much love for all black people. just fighting against the real enemy, and that's the system of white supremacy. I think everybody should get reparations around the world. And if you got a problem with it, okay, be quiet. Don't say nothing about it. You know? You don't got to get no money. You don't got to fight for it. You don't got to get with that your ancestors fought out and it was taken away from you. You don't got to do nothing. Just sit there. You know, but it just makes you look bad when you stand with that Patrick Wood and you all up his ass and you quick to take down the next brother and sister. You know? And that just shows what type of person you is, like the type of family you come from. And it just looks bad on you. That's it.
No doubt. I appreciate you coming in, man, contributing to the conversation. I see you're not following Newstoter. Newstoter is the largest curator, news aggregator of content, of black content today in America. So make sure you go ahead and follow us. I'll definitely follow you back. And like I said, we are the largest curator of black news today in America, the largest black-owned curation platform in America today. So thank you for contributing to the conversation. Ray, go ahead and unmute your mic, bro.
What's going on to the family? I'm going to be really, really quick. So, first of all, the Newstoter, I just wanted to commend you, brother, because I know it's not easy stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something that you don't necessarily are comfortable with, you know, with all your Twitter spaces. And just to let you know, black people will support you if we see that you're really for our people. So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say this yesterday. I'm probably going to pronounce it Wani. I want to tell that sister that she is absolutely black history. She really is. She's the first black woman. I want to say I don't really know her whole story, but from what I've read, I guess she traveled to every continent and just everywhere. So that needs to be a footnote in black history that's not really talked about. And I was really wondering how that sister felt about this other woman. I believe she's Nigerian, but don't quote me. That's trying to take her shine for something that she's already done. To the other brother, I understand he's very passionate, but I've always had this thing about four wallisms, kind of, you know, all black people need to come together, because that's never really going to happen. Because, like I said, we're not a monolith. We all think differently. We all have different religions and perspectives, et cetera, et cetera. But I do get what you're saying. You want us to all come together, stop killing each other, raise our kids. I get that. And he said something that was very interesting that I just want to speak about really quick. I guess he was saying something about like how the LGBT wasn't really inspired by black people. When you look back in history, it really was. That goes back to brother Fred Hampton back in the day when he had his Rainbow Coalition, when he got everybody together, which obviously Jesse Jackson got a hold of in the 80s with his Rainbow Coalition, and then it became what it is today. So just wanted to put that out.
No doubt, and yeah, you're right, Wani. She definitely she's been all over the world, and she was a co-host yesterday in the Twitter space. Big shout out to her. She's a very, very sharp, intelligent woman. I mean, she knows her stuff as well too. So she is very sharp, and you're right. That is Black history. That what this sister accomplished. Give her respect. Give her due. There was this other African lady that was actually claiming that, and it was on a Newstoter platform. You know, some people actually saw it and they thought that I put it out there or whatever. But, you know, anybody that's been a Newstoter knows that with over 25 main sources on top of other curators and aggregators on the actual site itself, at times you got 100 or some sources sometimes within a week curating news. You know, we can't control what comes in. And when you're talking about a curation platform, you can't just delete content as well either, because when you go ahead and you update that site again, that content comes back. So it's not easy to remove content off of the website. And you had CNN and you had a few other sites claiming, Black Enterprise claiming that this woman, this African lady she was the first. I had saw that a couple weeks ago that she was the first Black woman to actually visit all of these different continents and stuff. But no, Wanda, she's the one that actually did that. So she has garnered Black history herself, and like I say, she is very, very astute and very intelligent. She played a great role last night. We had so many spaces last night. We didn't quite have the numbers that we intended, but we still had a good space too, because she, like I say, her knowledge on things, man, is just, I mean, you know, just kind of left me in awe, whatever. So definitely hope that this sister will also come on and co-host some more. Her Irie, you know, we had Yaya this week. So, I mean, we had a who's who of co-host this week on here on top of DJ, you know, so big shout out to Newstoter on that. I mean, we reaching across the aisle and we getting our sisters, we getting our brothers to come in, and you know we've been doing big things. And had Twitter not been blocking, a couple nights ago, we had something like 2,400 people saw that space, but we'd easily had like probably 4,000-5,000 had Twitter not been doing their underhanded, conniving, backstabbing, Peckerwood trailer park, backed up garbage that they always do. Like I say, and if it had not been for Twitter's dumbass, I probably had like 10,000 followers on there already, because I know they shadow banning my content as well too. So y'all definitely make sure you tell your people about Newstoter, because Twitter, if they have anything to do with it, and I know it probably be, they already banned me once or twice before, so definitely y'all, like if I do get banned, I'm gonna come out with a Newstoter 2 or whatever as my other profile. So just in case that does, hopefully it don't happen, but if you can ban the president of the United States, and we know Trump is a redneck too, but still, if you can ban the president, you'll ban anybody. So,
and they banned Elon Musk too.
They banned Elon. When he's supposed to be buying Twitter?
Yes. I wanted to ask you this while I got the floor really quick. I noticed you posted an article about it's slipping my mind. He was the former heavyweight champion of the world.
Oh, Big George Foreman, yeah, I posted that today.
You posted, but you took it down immediately. So I was
No, but I took it down because the image wasn't coming. But then I went ahead and I posted it back. Yeah, the image at first, because the first 2 times I posted, the image wasn't coming. But yeah, it's on there. It may even be in the Jumbotron. But yeah, I had to, because the first 2 times the images wasn't coming through. So I deleted it, and then I went ahead and posted it. So I posted it in the FBA group, and I also posted it back on the Newstoter page or whatever. So it's up. Yeah, they talk about 2 women from the 70s have accused former heavyweight champion of the world, Big George Foreman, the oldest man to ever win the world heavyweight championship, of sexual assault. George said that was BS, and that these women have been trying to extort him for the past, I guess, few months or whatever. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. George has got to be, he's like around my mom's age, so George got to be about 73.
I was going to say this real quick. There's a very interesting YouTube video that Eddie Griffin put out. And he talked about how when you're an entertainer, especially black, you don't ever get out the game. Whether it's boxing, entertainment, you never come out clean.
Oh yeah. That's pretty much what they say. Like they're gonna find, and they got a lot of people. And I don't even want to. I was gonna say Lionel Rich, but I don't even want to bring this man name up. But everybody's like, I know people saying, yeah, you wonder when they're gonna find some dirt on Lionel Rich and eventually try to get him, because he's been squeaky clean. But yeah, you black man and you in entertainment, they're gonna find something to try to tarnish you and dirty up your name or whatever. I also want to give a shout out to Yaya. I see she's up in the spot too. Yaya, she co-hosted that great space we had couple nights ago with Security Tribe. So shout out to Yaya. Y'all make sure y'all follow Wani and Yaya as well too. So shout out to her for being in the space. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be watching this thing with George Foreman. Like I say, George Foreman is 73 years old, and now you got people up here trying to start some crap. I don't even know who this dude is that just asked to come and speak here. But I'm going to see what's up. Hopefully this ain't a troll. My man named Mark Weinstein. So, Mark, I'm going to be watching you, brother. I'm going to be watching you, okay? Black, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hold on. Before Black go, Mark, you speak.
Give me a second, please, nigga. Thank you.
So I knew it. Get this Peckerwood up out of here.
Let me do the honors of.
Please give me a moment, nigga.
Yeah, go touch your mother up. Go touch your mother up. Go ahead.
There you go, Goy. Now we can go to Black.
All right, Black, go ahead.
Hi, Newstoter. Hi, family. How are everybody doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing just great. Guess what? I just left Tara Perry, I don't even really know who she are, but for the last couple of days, I've seen she's interjected her hatred and separation of us as one people. But when I spoke to her, it took me a long time, and eventually she kicked me out before we were through speaking. What I did was I approached her not speaking up to Reek because I wanted to see where she was. and she couldn't handle it. What I spoke about was reparations and what does it mean? What are the 5 key components of the reparations? And what are the forms of reparations? And asked her to put up on a Jumbotron what policy has she put forth towards that. I questioned her on everything I could about what reparations is and how I got started. She couldn't answer one question. So she went on a tirade about Tariq. I asked her to answer what were the 5 key components of reparations. She couldn't answer. I said, what are the forms of reparations? She could not answer. I said, well, what are the other types that include restitution of civil and political rights, physical rehabilitation, and granting access to land, housing, healthcare, or education? She couldn't answer. I asked her to explain what are the 5 key components. She couldn't answer. I told her it was secession, assurance of non-repetition, compensation, restitution, repatriation, satisfaction, rehabilitation. I brought up terms that she says she has put forth, and she could not answer not one of these questions. She even told me, oh, I'm driving. So you mean to tell me you're driving as you're hosting the space? That don't make a bit of sense. Then I told her that how reparations got started in America and what put forth of it, and it had to do a lot with the UN, and that the policy that California is following is a UN standard and prototype. It was not made by ADOS or any other organization. You know what? When I challenged her on these key components of reparations, because she could not answer them, she kicked me off. She kicked me completely out of the room. I told her, why are you still talking about Tariq? I did not mention, and I said, I have not mentioned Tariq's name, and you keep going on about Tariq. I said, let's keep personal out of this. I want to see what you've done. Show me, put on a Jumbotron. Show me. Answer my questions, Tara. Answer my questions about the 5 key components of reparations. She could not answer one policy, technical, or anything in that 500-page report that California Task Force put together. She wants to take credit for something she has not done. First of all, I would have heard about her if it meant anything. So then she kind of said, well, you put what you've done on Jumbotron. I said, I'm not the one hosting this space. I'm not the one saying what I've done. It's you telling us what you've done, and that Tariq is not a representation of us. And I spoke to her again, and I said, well, you know what? Why do you keep bringing Tariq in? I'm not talking about Tariq. I'm talking about you, Tara. So then she goes and rants on and start hollering at me. Then I said, well, let me tell you a little bit about my history. So I spoke to her and said, look, my ancestor was the 33rd Vice President of the United States. My ancestor was an agent with Frederick Douglass. Look it up. I gave her my ancestor's name. Then I came up further and said, okay, I'm 58, and I've been in politics since the Nixon administration. She attacks that. I said, well, I was a child, but my parents spoke politics, and I'm from D.C. So we're political beings. We have to be that to be in D.C. because they drill it down your head whether you want to or not. Then that's when she said, well, your generation haven't done anything to push for reparations. I said, what do that have to do with you answering the questions about the forms of reparations, the key components, how the bill is structured in the California bill, and what policy and what format are they using? She couldn't answer none of that. She just want to be. I said, stop getting personal. Why do you keep talking about Tariq? I have not mentioned his name. And anybody who knows was in that space, no, I did not mention Tariq's name. I told her to stop mentioning his name because he is just a voice. He is not a leader. We are all leaders in this movement. But I told her, you're contradictory to this movement because you are attacking people just because of their force. But I say, but no one knows who you are, Tara. You're not even a force. But you also can't tell me what policies that you put forth. She told me, oh, we went to Washington, D.C. with Valentine's Day after the administration. I'm sitting here like, no, she ain't going here. And we put forth a 17-foot report. I said, do you know the report that they're using today in California? Well, I know what we've done. I said, no, that report is a prototype of the United Nations policy that they put forth to the United States, forcing them to implement reparations. I said, that's how it got started from the UN. And every country has to use that format when it comes to reparations as a nation. Then I asked, I said, well, what day did Biden meet with the UN? She couldn't answer that. I said he met in 2021. And their study and report was given to Biden. And that report is the same report that the California reparations panel is using. So, I'm going to land my plane on this. She is nothing but fodder. She is nothing but division. And she don't know a goddamn thing about reparations, how it began, how it got started, and why it is in action today. And ADOS ain't have a damn thing to do about it. Now I'm going to land my plane.
Thank you, sister. Thank you for your insight, and it seemed like you really put her to the test right there. So we definitely appreciate that, and we definitely appreciate you sharing this this little tidbit about the back and forth you had with her. Definitely appreciate that. I want to give a shout out to Insane for your contribution on Cash App as well. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. Matter of fact, Insane, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, no problem, man. Love to support the black media any chance that I'm able to, and don't mind being reminded, to do so. The lady who just spoke, she exemplifies why sometimes we have to have these passionate debates, and when we are engaging in these debates, it is a very good thing. It's a very good thing. It is good. It is healthy. It is no different from what you see going on around the world when people are trying to delineate, redefine, and bring about greater unity and understanding and focus on objectives. It's no different. You're going to have some people, even on the same side, who will have some disagreements. Anyone who reads about the arguments that they engaged in, and I think it was the First Continental Congress, trying to put this Constitution together. They were having knockdown, drag out fights about how this thing was going to function. You can pull up, just out of curiosity, if you want to have some laughs, just pull up fist fights between political candidates around the world. And you can look at the Chinese go at it literally, knock down, drag out in their houses of government. And India, the Asians really tend to pop up more in contemporary times in terms of these passionate debates, which oftentimes lead to fist fights. We want to stay away from that. But certainly to have this debate, there's nothing unique about it. In the American Congress, I think someone beat someone to death with a cane. Newstoter, you probably know about that. There was an attack. One rep attacked another one with a cane. There have been duels. We want to stay away from that, certainly, but engaging in debate is nothing wrong with that. And as the lady who just spoke exemplified, you can kind of weed out who is having a misunderstanding about what you're trying to do versus an enemy. And that's clearly what happened between she and Tara as she speaks about it. So clearly, that's an individual that doesn't have certainly reparations at the top of her agenda, and probably is more about being a part of being a mechanism or a cog in the democratic machine or whatever machine she's a part of. So that was interesting to hear her talk about that. And again, I could only reflect on passionate debates that have happened in houses of government around the world. But again, these are all people trying to work together. And sometimes it gets a little passionate. And along the way, the people who are not on board get voted out or kicked out. So it was interesting to see that and hear her speak about that. Shout out to Wani for being the first black woman, foundational black woman to go around the world. I think that's great. There are a number of people in the community that are letting it known that they are well traveled, and I think that's awesome. That's wonderful. There can never be enough exposure, so to speak, be it through reading or the great thing to do is to travel. So once again, shout out to Wani for holding that position as being the first black woman and foundational black woman to travel to each country on the globe. That is awesome. That's wonderful. And anytime you're doing a space, just doing a question and answer about different places or experiences traveling the globe, I would certainly like to get a notice because I'd like to sit in and hear about some of your experiences. So thank you, and I'll land my plane with that.
Thank you, Insane, and thank you for such insightful analysis tonight. We definitely appreciate that. And make sure you stop by more of the Twitter Spaces so you can go ahead and share some more knowledge with us. We definitely appreciate it. Thank you for contributing to tonight's discussion. Ray, go ahead and unmute your mic. And hold on, Ray, before you go ahead and unmute your mic, I don't know, have you had your hand up? Because like I said, we've been having issues. I don't know if you may have had your hand up at any time or whatever. Or...
Who, me? No,
yeah,
I didn't.
Because we can't.
No, I didn't have my hand
okay.
up.
Okay, because we've been having a hard time seeing stuff tonight. So Ray, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Kind of off topic, but I just wanted to see if any of the family has seen that Donald Trump's wife actually died. And I just wanted to see if anyone has really seen the response that the Democrats have had, attacking the children, calling them, monsters and stuff. I'm just like, man, I mean, I'm not a Trump supporter, but when someone has died, just leave that alone. If you couldn't say it to them while they was alive, leave them alone when they did.
Yeah, I saw that she died. I didn't see any of the responses or whatever. But I saw that she had died earlier. So yeah, I did actually see that. I didn't get a chance to update the site yet, anything like that. But yeah, I saw that she had passed away. I didn't know that. Why would the Democrats be? What would they have against the wife? I mean, I can see Donald Trump, but why would they be talking about the kids? Like, I don't understand that point. But
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of. I mean, like I said, I'm not a Trump supporter. That's really disgusting. When the woman, she's dead. She's not coming back, and the first thing you're doing is attacking the kids. That's come on, man. I mean, have some level of respect.
It's again, Pedo Pete, Hunter Biden laptop, Hunter Biden iPhone, Hunter Biden tablet, breakfast taco, Joe Biden. Man, they don't have no holds barred, my man. They need a narrative to go out there outside of their own so much that that makes absolute sense. Why they need something so enticing and so powerful to take the eyes off of that 20.4 grams of crack cocaine that Hunter Biden was weighing up outside of the baggie, as he called it. So we definitely can't be sitting over here like, well, man, that's pretty insensitive. This is bad on their part. They need something worse than what they got because theirs is topping even Trump's ex-wife's death. Again, Trump's ex-wife death. And so, and also to a point of clarification, Elon Musk is still on Twitter. I just went to go check it. He still has a Twitter account. He has not been taken off, so he's still on here. So, again, our narrative for us is the reparations, and the thing about it is that all of these agents are coming out as we're getting closer to it, and that's really the key point. But I'm gonna go and let my sister Wani speak. She definitely has great insight, so I'll definitely yield to her. And also, Wani, you gotta follow this one because I got a new haircut. I went to a new barbershop, so you gotta follow this one. I don't do the Twitter barbershops no more.
Okay, I did it. Did anyone hear that she was supposed to testify and that she was found at the bottom of the steps. So they said she was Epstein.
You talk about Trump ex-wife?
Yeah, Ivana. I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory, but she was found dead at the bottom of some steps. They said she was Epstein, which we know what that is, and she was supposed to testify, but I can't find whether she was going to testify or not. But the other thing,
Testify to what?
against Trump.
Oh gosh.
And the other thing is reparations is trending all day, and it's up to 10,000, over 10,000 tweets.
Yeah, I mean that lets you know and you see every nation on the face of the earth is talking about reparation, and even in this country, you got people talking about reparations for all kind of. They just around now in the United States, they just throwing the term around too damn much. Like if somebody got spit on as a kid, they talking about giving them reparations for being bullied and shit now. So they're trying to take the term and just dilute it just totally. Go ahead, Wani.
Yeah, I called Rhode Island today because they have a reparations, in quotes, thing up there, and they got caught again. They were trying to include people from Cape Verde, I think. I think that's who's up there in big numbers. Afro Latinos, everybody basically. And they had us in categories African American, and then they went Caribbean and African. But they were wanting to give these reparations to everyone. It's not a check, and it's not reparations. It's just something to improve their state. So everybody did call over there, got on them, and what they're just doing is that's a buzzword. Like we're doing something too. Why would Cape Verdeans need to be repaired? Repaired from what? What did the United States do to these people? So you're just making up stuff and using our word so they can not only dilute what we're talking about, but act like they're doing something.
And they also want to take it so they can find a way to give it to white people as well. It's going to get to the point that eventually they're going to go ahead and they're going to keep using it. Because I see now they're starting to throw reparations around, even in terms of, like I say, even things that is something that may have happened to a white person or something. That they're fighting for their reparations now. So it's just a term that they have totally taken and just destroyed. And now they're going to try to go ahead and eventually, like we all know how things work. Eventually they're going to try to find a way to go ahead and, as always, try to put money in white mommy and white daddy's pocket by the end of the day. So we definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that. And shout out to you, like you do stay on it. I give you that. You stay on it. So glad that you went ahead and Sir Major, he stays on it as well too. Like I was on the Twitter, I was in your space earlier when he was talking to the preacher up there in Akron, and that was just like I mean I give him a man. I mean this dude he asked some questions, man. He's deep into it. Like I see that he said that he's the nephew of Hall of Famer Alan Page, who used to play with the Minnesota Vikings. My dad and them, they used to watch that kind of stuff back in the day. I see him talk about those old Minnesota defenses, the purple people eaters and whatnot. Allen was a hellified player, so shout out to Sir Major and let him know that I'm a fan of his work as well. And I come into spaces and I listen and whatnot. So I definitely appreciate everything that he and both you are doing for the community and whatnot. So definitely glad. And like I told everybody,
this is not the Sir Major that stole $200,000 for Black Lives Matter.
And here we go, like TS. Oh, let me hit the mute button. Let me hit the mute. The TS not so. I kept giving you the chance to speak earlier, so now you finally decide to accept the speaking. So now you coming on. This ought to be entertaining. This ought to be entertaining. Ari, you went ahead and maybe it was when I gave the speaking. I had sent her an invite to speak or whatever, but this ought to be entertaining right here. This ought to be fun, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. I guess you can't be happy for us, TS, that we talk about unity and we talk about trying to do things and this and that and uplifting the community or whatever, but you have to somehow find a way to become the center of attention and make it about you as always. And like you say, I know how you always say that. You know that some days you can Newstoter's okay and other days you can't stand Newstoter. So look, it is what it is. I'm see that you here, so hey, I got nothing to say. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna before you say anything, I'm gonna see if Wani's through talking, and then you can go ahead and do your thing. I bet you probably was in that Tyra Perry space earlier today too. So I know you love like the little hate that's been going around on FBA and the new black media and this and that and whatever. So go ahead. I'm gonna let you say something, but let Miss Wani. Wani, I want to appreciate. Like I said, I appreciate you coming in another night, hosting the space and whatnot, holding it down, and hopefully we can do a collaboration again. So let Miss Wani go ahead and unmute your mic, and if you got anything else to add before TS trolls the room, go ahead.
Well, when they say Afro Latino, that's basically everybody because you know what I'm saying. A Mexican could say Afro Latino and claim that they have some DNA from Spain, from some Moors, because they do. Because Spanish people have African DNA, so they can anybody can get in on that. Anybody can get on those types of programs. And then, of course, I know they're going to try to make something for disadvantaged white people or people that are, whatever. So you know what it is. It was everybody. Everybody was on the list pretty much. And it just seemed like a development, just a city development program that they were trying to pretend was reparations. So we got in their butts, and I don't know how many people called, but I definitely called a couple of times, and we did get in their butts, but we need to get in their butts harder and more consistent as a group. So that's all. We're gonna do this state to state. Every time they try to pull this, we're gonna be over there massing up on them.
No doubt, no doubt. And like I say, thank you again for your activism, and thank you for doing what you can to safeguard the black culture in this country and whatnot. You're definitely a gatekeeper of our culture, and definitely appreciate it, and definitely love everything that you've done and whatnot. And like I said, you are part of history. You are well traveled. You've been to places that I'm never gonna probably see in my lifetime, and I ain't never been out the country. So shout out to you and whatnot, and continue to travel, continue to see more of the world and more countries, and keep us up to date on how much black culture that you see that other people emulating and copying and whatnot and claiming that it's theirs. And on that note, let's go ahead, TS. Please go ahead.
Absolutely. Good evening, friends. It's your girl, T.S. Giselle, every girl's dream, every man's fantasy. First of all, Newstoter, Totter, whatever. I have a bone with you because
That's Newstoter. Newstoter.
You removed me from the space, so this is not my.
No, I didn't remove you. I didn't remove you.
Did.
No, I didn't.
Well, either your co-host, one of you removed me because
I didn't remove you.
Nobody removed you. You got that janky phone.
Yeah, we didn't remove you.
DJ, I'm about to get on your neck, so don't start.
Yo, I'm telling you, everybody's been getting jacked up for the past few nights in this space, and we didn't remove you. I promise you, we didn't.
Now, what you don't know, Newstoter, is that me and Wani go way back.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do, Wani. Stop. Wani's mother was born in the same county that my family was, so we may be long lost cousins.
I don't know you.
Wani don't. Girls,
you got long lost cousins.
Wani always be on a trip. Yes, her mother was born in the same county where my family's from.
My mother was born in Philadelphia. You mean my grandmother?
Yeah, your grandmother. Yeah, okay. Exactly.
Let's keep it as distant as possible.
And I have a long relationship with Sir Major as well. Well, I should say
no,
former. Yes, Wani, I will send you all of our DMs, all of them, sweetie.
Okay.
All of them. First of all, I don't appreciate that Wani and Sir Major have me blocked. So you tell Sir Major and tell Sir Major.
Why do you want to come in our rooms if you don't like us? I don't understand.
So I don't like you, but I like Sir Major a little bit. We have a.
Well, then tell him to unblock you.
I can't tell him to unblock you.
You have a lot of burners. No, you have a lot of burners, dear.
No, I don't. I only have 2 accounts.
Okay, we'll use the other one to bother him.
No, he has to be blocked on both.
Well, then he's a smart person.
Anyway, girl, Tell him I said he needs to unblock me and stop playing.
No.
Yeah, so no, someone definitely removed me, and the way that I know that is because it blocks the room. It says it's unavailable. So, or does your co-host have me blocked?
If they're smart, they do.
First of all,
Irie, let me ask, Irie, did you block TS?
Hell no, I didn't block TS.
I'm telling you, we didn't do it.
TS, what's your spill tonight? Just say your spill.
I don't know who you are. I know DJ.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I do see some people in the audience. Sister, I hope you have taken your medication. You're a little bit angry a lot on the microphone. Anyway, so the attack on FBA, I just want to, I wouldn't call it an attack on FBA. My position is very clear. As a Black American, I just think that as a person that subscribed to FBA, because I did subscribe to FBA.
We were trending a bunch, by the way, all day for a couple of days. So is reparations, despite you hating that.
Why would I hate reparations trending?
So look in the mirror. You're a nut.
You're the wicked witch of the West.
Thank you.
Don't start with me.
I'm off with my broom now.
And hello, Ray.
I hope when you said sister, you weren't talking about me. Don't put your mouth in my name and your motherfucking mouth.
Already yelling.
And no, I ain't took my motherfucking medication. Cause you's a dusty ass nigga. You's a nigga bitch.
Okay, I did that.
I don't have no problem telling you who the fuck you are. Keep your motherfucking mouth.
Her from.
Okay, y'all, let's let TS come in here and say something. Sister, you're gonna go ahead and get a chance to say something as well too. That's the only thing with TS. I don't know what when TS come in this room here, the fellas able to keep their cool, but the women they just go ballistic. Like I mean, they just go crazy, man. Let's just let TS. I know she. And TS knows that she's gonna get on everybody's skin or whatever, but like the dudes, we just like, hey, whatever, man. Like even with this whole blocking stuff, ain't nobody block you, but fine. Everybody, y'all just calm down, relax, let TS talk noise for a minute. You see Wani's chill. Wani's like, hey, whatever. So like, just let it be. Like, and then y'all, everybody, I promise y'all will get your say in there. Just let's go ahead and let's just chill for a second. Let's show some discipline. Let TS enough. I know enough got her hands up, so she's already ready to go to. That's what I'm saying. Like the sisters, y'all just relax and chill, and just let TS, because all she wants to do is she knows she's gonna get to the women in here. She knows that. Like that's what the point of coming. Like I said, just play it cool and just chill. Just let her talk noise and be done with it. And then y'all come back and respond. So don't even sweat it. Let TS go ahead and talk this time. TS, please don't take us around the park, around the moon or whatever, trip around the moon, like with your little story. Just go ahead and get to the point. Because I know like when you start telling, sometimes it just goes on and on and on and on. So let's go ahead. Tell what we got to tell. No, we didn't block you, this and that. I know you don't like FBA. I know you don't like Newstoter. Well, sometimes you say you decent. Sometimes you'll give Newstoter a little bit of credit. Other times you'll shit on the platform, but it is what it is. So go ahead and say what you got to. I'll unmute you. Sister, please just let TS go ahead and speak. I'm saying with you enough. Let's just go ahead. Go ahead, TS.
Yeah, I'll be really quick. And me and Wani have had so many arguments. There's nothing left for us to argue about. Any argument that you can have, we've already had. But before I get back to the attack on FBA piece, you did make a great point, Newstoter, and I think it is something that hindered me when I was trying to get a voice in FBA movement. Yes, women instantly hate and attack me. I don't know why it is, and this happens in real life as well. There are some Black women that are extremely envious, I would say, of Black trans women, especially if they're attractive like me. I don't know why. So you allowing me to speak on your stage, Newstoter, is enough for them to hate me. Encore, is that her name? No, Enough she attacked me the first day we met because you gave me a voice to speak. So I thank you for that, for being, neutral. But I can't even have a conversation with men without women attacking me, and it's never sexual. We're just having a conversation. So I'm glad that you made that point. And all of the women in this space always make that point. I see my sister Alexis as well. She probably can relate. Maybe she can. I don't know. She's kind of, I don't know. Alexis.
But Giselle, respectfully, the topic is not about you, though. Respectfully, like the topic is.
And let me finish. Thank you.
No, I am. I can. I didn't mute you and I didn't block you, and I'm just saying respectfully.
I don't even know who you are.
We're gonna let it go ahead. We're gonna let it go ahead and get to a point
right now. Know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
We're gonna let it go ahead and get to your point, Tia, so we can go ahead and get it around the room.
It's not an attack on FBA. I think it's more so of telling, the Twitter sphere that FBA is not full representation of Black Americans, and it's not because of reparations. That's beneficial for everyone in our culture. My point is the messaging is off for FBA. We can have grievances with people, but I don't subscribe to the constant attacks.
But we're trending, baby.
Wicked Witch of the West. Please. The constant attacks on immigrants, Black feminists, LGBT community, it's not necessary for Black people to get reparations.
But we're trending, baby.
Warning, you are about to cut your ass out. Stop it. You know how we do. That Newstoter. So my point is the messaging is bad. It's off. It needs to change. Tariq can change it because he is the leader. And so
he is not the leader. Stop acting like
we're not going into that.
He is not the leader. Stop acting like Tariq is a god. Tariq is a man, and everybody else in there. We got a bunch of men in there.
Anyway, that's my point. Is the messaging is bad. The messaging. Hold on, Wani. The messaging. Hold on.
Okay, I get what you're gonna say. The messaging is bad, but how
it needs to go back to being about reparations
when
purely.
He is so okay. Do you know what human beings can do? Okay, he's got a full blown family, books, movies. He's on the different social media platforms posting about our particular issues. How can he do that and also write legislation and run for office and be the leader?
So it's
not possible.
He's not a politician.
It's not possible to do what you're saying. He's very, very
leader.
So it's not possible to do what you're saying.
He makes up the rules.
You're putting
everybody listens to what
everyone
listens to what he says. He makes up the rules.
He's already doing enough.
He's already changed how you identify as FBA. So what he says goes.
Where did I identify?
Wani, are you going to the FBA Million Man March?
Go look at my bio.
Are you going to the FBA Million Man
March? I'm Black American.
Okay.
That lineage. Whichever one you want to call up, Freedmen, FBA, ADOS, all of those lineages that descend from chattel slavery in America, all my sides descend from those people. So it doesn't matter what you call it. I know what I am.
And that's understandable, but it operates as a group. I don't know how a lineage can become a group, but I'm on the same lineage. Yeah. Hold on. And if it was about lineage, you would have no issues accepting me. Because there's been a person not on this. Well,
you're a problem because you talk about yourself when we're speaking about our issues. We're not on there talking about our personal life. You are disruptive because you're disruptive. We're not against you for anything. We have all kinds of people.
Voice. It's always Black women. Thank you, Newstoter, for making my point. It's always Black women. You guys are so jealous of trans women.
Come on.
I know.
The thing about it, listen, I want Giselle saying, to be quite honest, like, to give point to the clarification, FBA is not a nationality. FBA is a point in a foundational Black American is a point in history one can go back to to claim up their nationality from a positional perspective, but the nationality, the bloodline, the things that are written on the paper is Negro. Black American Negro is what will be on our paper when we get reparations. It will not be foundational Black American. It will not be freedmen. It will be Black American Negro. If you don't believe me, go check your ancestors' paperwork. It said Negro. If you don't believe me, go check the advertisements for selling our ancestors. It said Negro. You can't go anywhere with us and not find Negro. But you don't find some places freedmen and you don't find some places FBA. But you will always find Negro. And to point of a clarification, even when Barack Obama went to go ahead and remove our identifying factor, he didn't remove freedmen, he didn't remove foundational Black American, he removed the Negro. And for the specific purposes of making claims to the government on behalf of Negroes for reparations. And I'm there.
And I just like to add this point here that, and for anybody who just may have came into the actual space, that Newstoter is the largest curator of Black news today in America, the largest Black-owned platform curation news aggregator today in America. TS.
Hold on, I just want to make it very clear. Obviously, I'm for reparations, but you guys treat me like I'm not of the same lineage as you, and I am. It's always opposition to me. And this is why I call FBA a cult, because when you look up the definition of a cult, it's generally people with a common belief. And that belief comes from Tariq. And anybody that challenges that message, you call off code and you call it tether. Wani, you have participated in discussion about my...
Anybody.
I just mentioned that nobody called me off code and no one called me a tether. We're going to move on. Thanks.
Is this your space?
Hold on for a second. TS, I'm gonna give you. Hold on, Irie. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. I'm gonna give you 60 seconds so we can go ahead, because then I'm gonna let Sister come up here next. And because we are just like going around, like we get what you're saying that hold on. We get what you're saying that Tariq has everybody in FBA on strings and he's the puppeteer and we all dance and this and that. None of us have any minds. We can't think. We just zombies, just mindless, warped zombies or whatever. We already know. That's like saying that Irish is a group or something like that. So, like I said, I know whenever you come up in here, like it really just it just really starts up. So 60 seconds. All right, I'm gonna give her 60 seconds to land your plane. Then we got Sister. Then we got Enough. We got Sister, Ray, Enough, and then we got DJ and Leon. So go ahead, TS, and I'm gonna give you 60 seconds. It's 10:45. At 10:46, we're gonna end it. So go ahead.
Yeah. So reparations certainly is something that would benefit our culture. I just don't think that the business on the internet is going to. I need an extra 10 seconds because he interrupted me. I just don't think that the work that's being done is going to actually achieve that goal. I think that the message is off. The message should be refocused on actual being about reparations and not about, verbally attacking, not physically, immigrants, immigration, the LGBT community. I just think the FBA needs to refocus its message, and that can be done. But of course, that can only be done by Tariq, who is the head of the echo chamber there. So that's it. Just really quick, it's given boss bitch. It's given bad bitch. Never average, sweetie.
Okay. Thank you, TS. Thank you for once again drawing attention to yourself, and thank you for coming into the space and doing what you normally do, helping to rile up the sisters. Now, sisters, I'm going to say this. I'm going to hit the mute button because I know y'all about to go off, and I'm telling y'all to just remain cool, keep it calm, keep it cool. I got y'all on mute. Don't let this person rattle you. This was an entire point of coming up here. TS even told me before it started, am I gonna let her speak? So I know Kimberly and I know Enough, and I see Sister already ready to go. So y'all, please just don't give her the satisfaction. Please just go ahead. You see Wanda, even though I know they go back and forth and stuff like that, she's chilled or whatever. I'm sure they done had their times and this and that, but you got to know that this is what this is what TS lives for. So y'all be cool, y'all chill out. I'm gonna go ahead and let you get it, sister. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah. Well, hold on, family. Hold on, please. The thing about it is this: like when we talk about reparations, it's no one person's story. It's about our ancestors. It's about us going ahead and actually having the recognition and due diligence to give them the respect that they never was worth, that they never was given, to give them their money that they never was given, to recoup the work that they put out that they never was paid for. And I see a lot of people just trying to make this reparations a show about themselves. You know, it's not a T.S. Giselle thing. It's many other people who want to turn the reparations into a campaign for attention because maybe in life they never had that attention. So maybe in life they look at it and say, hey, this is an opportunity now because look, it's trending. And so the thing about it is
okay, now you can't out talk my co-host. Now, TS, we're letting you come on now, chill out now. Show some discipline now. This is how now when somebody goes in and interrupts you, you started whining and whatnot. Don't talk my co-host. My man DJ Mike been jacked up all day, so can't get my main co-host. He's supposed to be co-hosting with Irie, so this is my man's second account because he's so real. Twitter had to ban him and whatnot. So let my man be. Go ahead, let him go ahead and land his plane so we can go ahead and let Sister come in. So then we can let Ray, Enough, DJ, Leon, and Kimberly come in. Come on now. You show some discipline that you always talk about people in here don't give you a chance to speak and this and that. I pretty much always let you get a chance to speak unless you just started just rambling crazy sometimes and I have to chime in. But come on now. Please. Go ahead, Irie.
And to the point, I actually confirmed what Giselle said as far as her point, but she didn't hear me because she has this me factor. I said over here, I just said what she said everybody says is a tether or being distracted. I just said it's not about anything but Black American Negroes. That's what it's on our ancestors' cards. That's what's on our advertisements for our family members that was sold. So it's not even about me or trying to say it's. I agree. But again, a lot of people have not had attention in their lives. A lot of people have not been recognized in life, and they're using the platform of our ancestors' reparations memorial. They're trying to make memorabilia and things to purchase off of their life. Like, yo, let's have some more respect for them. Like, let's have some more decorum for our ancestors whom we are reflecting and representing. Reparations is about what they did and what they were not done. They weren't properly compensated. So that wealth that was missed from them did not pass to us. That's where we come in at. But the starting of the reparations is from them. And it is a disservice for us to make it about ourselves and the individual campaign on any level, male or female, straight or crooked or upside down. It doesn't matter. It is about our ancestors getting their acknowledgement, their respect, and their sweat equity paid for in the monetary gains that was denied from us. And that's really what reparations has the heart and soul, or as they would have said, the spirit. So let's keep the spirit clean and let's make sure our words are flowing from that same source in our land.
Yeah, and I would just say that I agree with you. That's a fantastic message, but that's not what FBA promotes, and definitely not Secure the Drive. I'll just say that.
Okay, sister, who is it on next? It's on the next sister, who the brother.
Okay, it's on sister. Sister, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yeah. So what I gotta say is this TS is there. I mean, you're just a complete joke. All right, you're a fake. And you were just in the space, that loose space last night, calling FDA a hate group. That's a very, very dangerous thing to do. There's a whole FBI organization and unit called BIE, Black Identity Extremism, which is really just something set up to come after people who are proud of their lineage, right? So there is no WIE, white identity extremists. When we see white identity extremists up in Buffalo and all over, dealing roots, right? But there's no specific dedicated unit to that, right? So what you're doing is you're playing both sides of the fence, and it's a very, very dangerous thing. So I don't want to be redirected. I don't even believe that you even deserve to be in the space. It doesn't have anything to do with you and your damn sexual preference. It has something to do with your.
I'm not Black American. That's what I'm talking about. She just made my point. You guys treat me like I'm not Black American. I am. You're not more Black American than me because you're a heterosexual cisgender woman.
All right. All right. Let's let Sister go ahead and finish.
Not going to be reduced, right, to the accusation of a hate group, right, and the accusation of being anti-LGBT just because you can't get up here and floss and flex, right? Because you're really doing this for fucking invoices, right? Because I heard you, I've been listening to your ass. So I'm going in on your ass. And we're not xenophobic. So you're going in and you're trying to be like nice and cute. You're doing this old passive aggressive shit, right? I'm not going for it. The minute that you start try to identify somebody as a hate group, that's some serious words. That's beyond serious words. That's like FBI shit, right? Because by you doing that and co-signing that shit, everybody can get a fucking FBI case. They do stuff 3, 4, 5 ways out. It's called a web, right? And we're all here on social media. So you're about some bullshit. I don't know if you're trying to elevate yourself, but as far as I'm concerned, you need to do what you do best and go somewhere and suck dick and chase invoices.
Period, sis. And the best dick sucker in the room. Period.
That's why you need a dick in your mouth. And you're disgusting.
And I'll suck your husband's bitch.
And I'm going.
All right. Okay. Okay. All righty. Yeah. Okay. We gonna move on for that. TS, chill out. Okay. Sister, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead and unwind it in 30 to 60 seconds. So if you got anything else you want to say, just go ahead and say it. And like I keep telling y'all, just ignore TS. We know TS is what TS is here for. We know that TS has been signing these anti-FBA online petitions and whatnot. So, sister, you got anything else you'd like to add?
I was just going to add, just to let you know, I'm going to be on your bumper, TS. I ain't letting it go. So just get ready for me, and in these space you see me. Because you're disgusting and you're a degenerate.
Sweetheart, every girl's dream, every man's fantasy.
Right. Okay. All right. We got a few people that's in the that's trying to request to get on. So some of the people we're gonna have to go ahead and we're gonna have to take them from being speakers. So sister, I'm gonna just remove you real quick. And you can come back up if you want to. So I'm gonna go.
Just make somebody else the cause. It ain't got to be me.
I can't make. I tried. I can't. Yeah, I can't make it. I can't. The way it's jacked up tonight, it won't let me. It's already saying that we got 2 people, and I tried to make you, and they won't let me make you the co-host. So it's just that's the way they done jacked it up tonight again. So.
Well, before you get back started, my main account is TSGazelle336. So everybody follow me and DM me if you want my services. Like Sister said, I'll invoice you. So you can play that game, sis.
Bitch, I ain't got an invoice no motherfucking body.
All right. So Ray, go ahead, Ray. I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak. Unmute your mic.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I just wanted to say this really quick. As I said this before, if nothing else, TS is very entertaining. So, she knows, I say she because, just being respectful. So she understands when she comes into the Twitter spaces saying that she's more feminine, more beautiful than biological women, and she's going to get backlash. That's just to put, she's doing that, just to get a reaction. But I actually have a bone to pick with TS, to be honest, because I was in that space last night with you had with Tariq when he was, calling you a man. You asked for 30 seconds to plug I believe it was your phone up, and he was like, "What are you doing? Tucking your dick and inviting you to speak at the Million Man March and all this other stuff." You didn't really have any smoke for Tariq, but I remember a couple of spaces ago when you came in here and we disagreed with you when you said that a heterosexual male and a transsexual female can get together and that not be gay, or it was something to that notion. And then you tried to say, this space is recorded. I'm gonna get all of you in here for slander. and we had to have Sister. I believe I'm probably about to pronounce. I'm gonna probably butcher her name up. It was Sister Arnold. She's a legal analyst. I want to say she had to come in here and let
that's
them all.
Kimberly. Yeah, that's Kimberly. Yeah.
Yes, she had to come in here and actually break it down and say, no one's going to lose their job, no one's going to get in trouble, et cetera, et cetera. This is free speech. So I'm just wondering, why didn't you have the smoke for Tariq, but you came in here trying to, threaten us with slander or libel or whichever it is. I think it's, go ahead, Tia.
So Tariq is important. And I mean, I like Tariq and then he irritates me. But Tariq is beneficial to me, so me being on Tariq's stage is very beneficial to me. Every time I gained 32 followers and 7 subscriptions from a 30-second speech with Tariq last night. So every time I'm on his stage, it's beneficial to me economically, and I'm about my coin, and so yeah, whatever. Period.
But why not defend yourself? That's my point. Because he wasn't respecting you enough to say she. And things that you asked us to
Tariq called me sweetie as well, but that's the rapport that me and Tariq have. Tariq lets me on stage every time he has a room, and we just go back and forth and joke. That's what we do. It's just fun and games. That's it.
So it's fun and games, but here is slander. I'm done. I'm gonna let the sisters go ahead and speak.
It's not slander in here. That was figuratively speaking. But my point, that's not what I said. What I said was, in the real world, because this is the internet, in the real world, the comments that people make to me, misgendering me in a place of occupation, if I were to go to HR, that probably is something that would get someone terminated. But we're just talking about the disgusting comments that people make to me. Consistently calling me a man when I've advised you that my pronouns are she, her. Referring to me as a man, that's misgendering. So in a place of occupation, trans people, this happens every day. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but if we were in a place of employment and I've already advised HR that I am a trans woman, I want to be referred to as a woman, if you address me intentionally, that is something that, of course, I can go to HR and you likely would be terminated for that.
I'm good, Newstoter. I see that all the ladies have their hands up, so I'm going to land my plane on that.
Okay, Ray, I'm going to go ahead.
Go to all of the men first because I'm not going to listen to certain people speak. There's women with their hand raised that have verbally, just are very nasty.
Well, TS, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and Ray, I'm going to make Ray, I'm going to have you.
You let Max speak.
I'm gonna let Ray. I'm gonna drop you down to a listener. Ray, you can come back up in a second. And TS, I'm gonna have to drop you down too, so we can let some of the other people
so how are you gonna drop me down when I am the woman of the hour?
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm the woman of the hour. All of these people are
Stop it. Stop it.
I want to watch paint dry. Can I speak? Because this is ridiculous.
No, hold on.
Exactly.
Wait.
See, I'm the woman of the hour, Newstoter.
No. Okay, I'm about to get back control of the room here for a second. So, like I say, Ray just went enough. I had to drop TS down to because this is the problem I have when TS come in here. Like all of the women and stuff, they just go ahead and they focus. Like the whole discussion now becomes about TS. Like so enough. Go ahead and speak on it. Like every time TS comes in the room, it becomes about TS. It becomes a TS show.
Yeah, but that's also a good reason why we just gotta stop that type of shit. Like as hosts, when that shit come up,
Ari, don't be interrupting enough. Don't be interrupting.
As a woman, they're gonna step up for women, but we know that that's a trigger. You know what I mean? We know that that's a trigger. So it's like
my thing is this: I first of all wasn't gonna say anything to her. I was gonna let her come up here and say what she wanted to say, but she said my name. That's the only reason I'm going to say something. The first time you ever came into this space, you were very disrespectful to all the women. And that's the only reason I got at you the way I got at you. Okay? And I just need you to know this, T.S. Madison, or whatever the fuck your name is. You are a prostitute, sweetheart. You could never compare to anybody, any real woman. It's not a debate. It's not a fight. I'm not going back and forth with you no more. I'm not arguing about this. You know what I mean? And sometimes I feel very disrespected by people even letting her talk. Like, she disrespects every woman. She don't have no respect for us. She don't respect none of us. She literally is on this app disrespecting real women. Yes, I know who I am, and I'm pretty sure all the women on here know who they are, but she disrespects us. And that is my problem. I don't care about what she's saying. If she has a legitimate like grief with people, that's fine. But she attacks all women. You could just be sitting on here and she attacks you. I don't have time for that, and I don't move like that. And T.S. Madison, I need you to worry about your itching spray. I mean, your itching powder that you have in your picture. Worry about putting that on your body. Worry about why you wear men's deodorant, but you're a woman. Okay? I need you to worry about those two things, sweetheart, and stop worrying about what other women are doing. Worry about why you won't cut off your penis because you need to make money. Those are the things that you need to be concerned about. You need to get help. You have mental illness problems, okay, sweetheart? Do not ever, and I mean ever, bring up my fucking name again. Or we can meet up. And that's just, I'm going to stand 10 toes on that, bitch. I will come to where you at. Don't speak on me because I don't speak on you. You're not irrelevant to me. I wasn't even going to say nothing to you. You had to bring my name up. Why? Why? For what? You're causing division. And if anybody can't see that this man wants whatever the fuck he want to be, him, whatever he wants to be, he's causing division between women. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm going to land my plane on that.
Thank you, sweetie. We appreciate it. I know, like I said, I know whenever TS comes in, there's always something. So, DJ, you next. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, at the end of the day, Sister Enough is right. We need to start focusing back on our reparations and stop letting people like Luke, Tara Perry, who's been an enemy of ADOS since way back when. Y'all just don't know that because a lot of y'all just getting here. But she an enemy too. You know what I mean? Keep it real. Luke an enemy. All these people that got to do with the DNC, they are our enemy. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, make sure when y'all go to the voting polls, y'all flood that shit red, man. Yeah.
No doubt, no doubt. Kimberly, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, family. Listen, Sister Enough, I had asked him to let her or him, he, she, that, it, everything, whatever that is going on with that, back into this space so that I could compare the things that she was saying to what was in the petition that DJ already knows that I've already ran that plaintiff and defendant paperwork. It's already on the books. So I just needed some evidence, and she was giving it up. And so I just need this recording to be forward to me. And I need, I think it was Sister who was also just basically, she has some evidence that I need too. So that was the reason why, my brother was going ahead and, letting her have her free will and let her think she was all at the bag of chips. But she really ain't even in a space while you were talking. She bounced. She wanted to hear everybody speak except for me. She didn't want me to, blaspheme on her evil spirit. So she had to get up out of here. So, but nevertheless, sis, it's all good. I got you. When that money comes through, I'm going to run you a bonus. So no worries.
I love you. And I know I'm not just talking about in terms of Kimberly. I'm talking about everywhere. They all be letting her have a voice. So I'm not even talking about Newstoter.
Yeah, but she said what she was about. She told you what her intentions was. She needs to build up her influence. She's trying to get people to follow that snaky behind. But she was funny. He was funny, or whatever that is was funny. So, but it's all good, sis. I got you. I just need this recorder. But we wanted her to have her liberty so that I could just bring it out in court. So thank you, though. I appreciate you.
Well, she didn't want to stay around for the women. That's why she was trying to get the Max and some of the men to come up and DJ and talk, because she knew that y'all was going to go in. So that's why she wasn't trying to stay around, because she already expected. She already knew what was going to happen. Max, go ahead and unmute your mic.
Hey, peace to the room. Actually, I don't really have anything to say about TS, and I don't know why when I'm in spaces she calls me to the stage or he calls me to the stage, so I thought that was a little bit weird. But what I wanted to point out to everyone, I jumped into that Tara Perry space towards the end before it cut out, And what I've been realizing lately is like, if you ever go into these spaces and people are talking very negatively about FDA folks and our ancestors, the mic always seems to mess up and then the room seems to drop, which kind of tells me that when people start messing with our ancestors, like you're really getting into a very, 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 tricky area. And the other thing that I was just reflecting on is that I don't think these folks really understand the level of disrespect that they're really doing to us and our ancestors. I know for me, like I've been on this path, like it wasn't Tariq that brought me to Twitter and to FDA. I've been on this path for a while, just kind of doing my genealogy and finding out who I am. It was actually for me, it was actually a white Native American that told me about Black Indians, and so I came to this space, and the next thing you know, I hear a whole bunch of people talking, and you guys are saying a lot of what I've always thought about, and I found that very interesting that a lot of folks that have been naturally on this path have found each other through this space, but then there's all this energy that's trying to attack us and bring us down. And then the last thing that I've been reflecting on that the disrespect is like I don't know if anyone else has had these stories, but in my family, like one of the earliest stories I was told about, I used to always ask, why did my grandmother have red hair and blue eyes? And I know a lot of families there would be that story of like your grandmother would just have different eyes or different hair, and my grandmother was born in the early 1900s, but when these people are insulting us and I'm telling them like I have this indigenous heritage, they don't even understand that. Like, yo, I'm like, it's my grandmother who my mom was telling me about. And like, we don't mention why she looks like that. We don't mention where certain things pop up. And that level of disrespect, it explains why these spaces drop, because we're such spiritual, strong people that I think that when we're just sitting there being like, man, you're just disrespecting me and disrespecting my ancestors, that they step in and just like this conversation can no longer move forward, right? Because it does not do anything good for you. It does not do anything for your soul. And that just brings me to my last point, which is, I do think it's important that someone at some point just recalibrates just that whole energy, just that whole understanding. I don't even think we ever do libations on these spaces, but when that level of disrespect happens to our ancestors, we just need to collectively do an ashe or something. But when their space is getting dropped because our ancestors are angry, we just need to bring that awareness, do a collective of just acknowledgement of our ancestors, of the pain that they went through, apologize for the disrespect that they've had, and just let them know that, hey, we're going to keep fighting for them. So thanks for letting me speak.
No doubt. Well, hell yeah, go ahead and speak. And Irie, hold it down for 1 second. You and DJ hold it down 1 second for me. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, Tyler, hit me in the DM real quick while you're on break for a second. I'm going to show you how to fix it real quick so you know where you can fit.
All right.
Hashtag reparations now. Hashtag anti-hate crime bill. Black hate crime bill. I'm sorry that Newstoter just left because I really wanted to sort of direct this, not to him, but to him. It is what it is. I mean, after she started talking and it just went left, that was 15 minutes of me. Like I said, I was going to watch paint dry. That was 15 minutes of us not being able to continue with the positive motion. If I ever see her, and I'm nobody, but if I ever see her in your space, I'm just going to just not tweet, because this shit is serious to me. This was hundreds of years of forced labor, okay? This was forced labor. When they didn't want to get their ass up and do anything, when they didn't even want to fucking feed their kids with their own tits, they didn't do it. But we're supposed to be lazy, and we're supposed to be guided by other people. I don't know, was there one big, huge slave? Because we all come from different slaves. Okay, actually, when Giselle said that she got 32 members, what was it, 64? Because 32 times 2 is 64 balls. And which HR would she go to? Her ass or her mouth? She needs to stay off the fucking spaces. I'm serious. She knows what she's doing. You're spreading her contagions. Actually, people could sue you for directing her that way. Please, these people do not do anything for us. And for the other hosts and hostess who are future whatever, when we allow these people to sit there, they pick our points. I was in a space the other night, and you could just tell this person was probably going to go into another space and say, oh, yeah, I'm black because of this, that, and the other, because we allowed them in here. This shit is too close to this. I can smell my motherfucking money. And that bitch is whatever. It's not fucking up my shit. So I'm telling you, if I see, it ain't no entertainment. I land my plane. What's up, Reed? Bye.
No doubt, no doubt. Lawrence, go ahead and unmute your mic.
It's unmuted. What's up, everybody? With the title, I'm trying to understand the contention with the whole FBA movement. I think what's happening is people cannot separate or are cherry picking and choosing not to separate the wheat from the tares, right? Everybody is different people. You've got serious people about these movements who are actively out there on the fight, doing big things. I'm doing rooms with Jalen. He's literally on the phone with the pastor of Jalen, not Jalen, Major, Jalen Walker's family's pastor today. And we've really got some things accomplished with that person. Somebody on the movement. And I see other people doing big things. But you also got some idiots, you know what I'm saying, some people who are on these things for fun, who put the same hashtag under their titles, you know, and you go into these rooms and people with different characters can sometimes be a bad apple, which could spoil the bunch. And it gives room for haters to cherry pick those bad apples and apply it to everybody, right? So there are homophobic people or transphobic people in these groups, you know, but that's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure everybody's not making fun of Giselle or whatever when she goes into the rooms, but you can pick, you know, so you don't have to label the whole mass as a hate, in my opinion. You know, I've had maybe 2 incidences where a couple of people were extremely disrespectful for no reason, but I'm not going to cast their personalities over everybody, you know, because everyone's individual. That would be cherry picking just the bad instead of the good, you know. But maybe for those of you who have friends that you know are doing things that could be a misrepresentation, you know, because a lot of y'all are friends and stuff on here, it might be a good idea to just kind of pull the coattail. But that's up to y'all. But as far as reparations goes, I think all black people across this whole nation should have that as their main focus. I was looking, and I'll land my plane in a minute, at the 2020 debates, and one of the candidates, Miss Williams, had a huge push for reparations. She had a plan. She wasn't talking about no study. She was talking about money and a debt owed. She broke it down for the 40 acres of mules. And niggas still voted for Joe fucking Biden, the crime bill Joe. And I'm wondering where the hell people's mind was, because this woman should have been literally our vote. I'm like, I don't know why. I was so, when I heard this lady in CNN break down the numbers, I'm like, fuck everybody else on the stage. This is the only person saying direct cash running for president, and we voted for Joe Biden because y'all thought Kamala Harris was a sister girl. So we definitely got to do something with our minds and distractions this time around when it comes to the things we need. And then last, with Tyra Perry, I just don't know. I think she's very sweet the way she talks, and she has her own gripes. It's the same thing as cherry picking. Some things, if you have a problem with somebody, you know, the Bible says to take that person to the side and you address them directly. I think it's in bad faith, a bad look for everybody to condescend a movement that everybody's on the same path for publicly in the spaces of people like Luke, you know, and things like that, you know. But that's just my little 2 cents. I land my plane.
All right. We're gonna be getting ready to close the space out in a little bit, so we're gonna let the Prophet and we're gonna let ODO Lounge go next. So we're gonna go ahead and close it out here in a little bit. We've been going for a little while here since about 8 o'clock. So we're definitely going to be closing it out soon. You guys make sure anybody that's in the spot that's not following us, go ahead and follow us on Twitter. I want to give a shout out to Yaya. I see her up in the spot. I saw Sonny in here earlier. I think he's unbooked, but giving a shout out to them. So the Prophet and then ODO, you go ahead and go ahead and then Irie, DJ, and me, we're going to close it out.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
You know what? This chick, dude, check it out. So, and I'm not trying to hate, but at the same time, I saw the post and I was just in her room. The thing that she's doing is causing a lot of confusion, and she doesn't have her history right for once. Also, when we talk about even the foundational Black American history, Tariq is just giving a history of blacks being here in America. Whether a person has like Spanish ancestry or not is irrelevant. He's talking about Black history in America from that time and the first of the revolutions and how we became Black. I myself am a student of J.A. Rogers and a lot of those people, so I think of Black history in very much a microcosm. But speaking about like American Black history, she totally will cut people off. She has this thing where it's just like, talking about ADOS, the reason that I don't rock with ADOS anymore, and I did earlier on because I thought it was a cool thing. First of all, they took from Norris Shelton, who actually was about Black reparations and Black rights and all that stuff, and about us celebrating what we're doing now. Plus, Claude Anderson was talking about a lot of this stuff too, which is, Tariq actually gave them props. This woman is tripping, dude. She's totally, how could I say this? She won't listen. So it's like anyone that says anything, this brother was in the chat. I think he goes by R. Kelly or something like that. He's trying to basically talk to her, very level-headed and everything. She totally interrupts the dude and won't even let him answer the question. So I'm like, okay, I was going to actually try to talk with her basically, on some kind of building type thing where it's just like, hey, you know what? I think you got it misunderstood, but I think she doesn't want to understand it. She's so caught up. I don't know if I think she is former ADOS or whatever. ADOS is a political shill party now. It lost its forever for me a long time ago because it became more aligned with a political party, which I'm totally against. As a true independent. I'm not a freaking Democrat or a Republican. I'm a real foundational Black American. For me, it's not Tariq. I feel Tariq is basically like speaking for all of us in a sense of just looking at our ethnic background, not on some group or some like freaking Democratic or Republican shill or anything like that. So I don't know, you guys, I'm not trying to hate on anyone, but for me, this is a problem because it's making us look like a freaking hate group. I don't get that. I understand what FBA means, whether you go by it or not. It's an ethnic background. It's not a freaking group. It's not a freaking it's not a gang. It's not a freaking political party. It has nothing to do with it. That's the reason that Tariq was like, man, we're just going with this, because it's safer and it's an ethnic background. Just like a Puerto Rican or Jamaican or freaking Nigerian. It's a freaking ethnic background. Nothing more, nothing less. It's not a fucking hate group. Anyway, you guys, thank you. I'll land my plane. Sorry if it was too much.
No problem. Thank you for your insight. Prophet, go ahead and unmute your mic. Prophet, you there? Prophet, are you there?
Yeah, give it a second. Sometimes, it got a nasty delay in the system, bro. Prophet. One mic check, 1, 2. Going once, going twice.
I think he may not be there.
Prophet, are you there, man?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's there or not. Yeah, he may be out. Like I said, we've had some kind of issues with this. I don't know, with this Twitter space the past few nights, especially tonight and a few nights ago when we pretty much got shadow banned when we had the one with Security Tribe, and we've been having some issues. And And they just been, I don't know, they're in shadow banned our Twitter spaces now. So, Ari, I'm gonna go ahead and let you and DJ close it out. DJ, you go ahead, and then I'll let Ari, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the final word.
Not much to say. We all agreed to agree. You already know we family. So, if anybody got anything bad to say, hey, address it to the room. Something good to say as far as information, hey, address it to the room. Reparations is the leader, FBA, ADOS. That ain't done but code for Black American. So all the, stuff TS talking about, you just still talking about every other Black American. A Black American on the street, just like Audio said, don't got to identify as FBA, ADOS. That's just something we throw around. Blood, Crip, you know what I'm saying? Black Spade, you know what I mean? Myrtle Ave niggas, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's all the shit is. It's just our little thing that we do. At the end of the day, we're Black Americans. We want our reparations, Jim Crow Joe. And Hunter Biden used the fame. You need to go to jail, fam.
No doubt, no doubt. Ari, appreciate you coming in to serve as a co-host. We definitely needed you tonight because DJ was having some issues, man. So appreciate you coming in and providing that level head and intellect. So go ahead and
facts.
Close it out.
Man, I am my brother's and my sister's keeper. Like I said, in this journey here for reparations, everybody may not make it. When I looked over there in Sri Lanka, a lot of people didn't realize that a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours before, they were getting shot at around the corner, about 200 or 300 man army in the front, another 150 in the back, and they were getting shot at, and they stood the course. They stayed down there 10 toes down, and a lot of people that probably was on the streets that was sacrificed for the cause didn't make it to the president house to get to swim in the pool or partake in a beautiful meal that they had and sleep on the bed and play WWF with the brothers. And I just look at that and I say, you know what? That's freedom. When we finally go ahead and break loose of all these chains that's stopping us from our reparations, because right there at the door, we're literally right there about to we've been jiggling at the door for a whole time, and we're about ready to kick it in, and we see it starting to sound like somebody's opening on the other side. So we're like, hold up, somebody's actually over there. And so we see all of this action, even with the spaces, even with the trending. That's our ancestors working. That's them on the other side. We're not. Again, sometimes and that's why I wanted to stay so level-headed while speaking, because I wanted to let her know that, this isn't about you. It ain't about me. It ain't about. It's about our legacy that's coming after us, and our ancestors that's behind us. And we stand in that pivot. We stand at that axis where we're able to take from them and bring it, manifest it into real life. That's what our reparations is for. They worked. They nobody paid them properly. They were undermined. They couldn't pass that generational wealth to us. So we're here to receive that as ambassadors for them. And it is always right to stay in honor. It's always right to stay with them at the forefront in our knowledge and our ways and our thoughts and our actions. Because who you think gave us the first lady, the president, and the son? Who you think delivered them in the handbasket on the same day? Like, not in the same week, family. In the same day, we got breakfast taco Joe Biden. That was trending. We got Pedo Pete. That was trending. We got Hunter Biden. Apparently, supposedly, it looked to be. I've never seen it, but that looked like that was illegal illicit activities and weighing up crack cocaine. So that was damn sure hardboiled. And then you got Joe Biden over here just sitting in the midst, quiet, trying to run and flee to another country because America is something that they have to look at in the rearview mirror, because in the front is our reparations, and we're coming for it. And as Brother Martin Luther King said, we're coming to Washington, and we are coming for our check. So everybody that's preparing to go ahead and make your way, let's keep him in mind as well. Let's make sure we give him his honor for starting a journey that even he couldn't finish. And I pray that we see that day very, very soon where we finish that journey for him, where we collect, where we demand, and they can't shoot us all. I land. I love each and every one of you, Brother Newstoter. I appreciate your spaces. I appreciate how you provide news. Having that journalism background from university, it definitely opened my eyes to a lot of nuances to how we learn, because that's the main thing, even in journalism, it was psychology and understanding how the mind even takes information in, how we process it. And so I love our people, and I love our people who are actually loving to learn. because we've been taught wrong. So it takes a lot more to fix it. But we are going to win this reparations journey. And I'm telling you straight up, come hell or high water, heaven and earth may pass, but reparations goddamn gonna get paid. And I land.
No doubt, no doubt. And once again, we had a very productive space. I feel everybody came in and they shared great content. Everybody expressed themselves. Of course, I know we had a little trolling instance as always, where somebody came in here, but nonetheless, we still had another valuable space. Thank you to everybody who came in and supported the space and contributed, whether you spoke or you just listened, you tweeted it out. Thank you to everybody who came in and contributed on Cash App. That's $Newstoter. $Newstoter. Thank you to everybody who daily sees the content and retweets it, likes it, comments, shares it, goes to the website, maybe visit it once a day. That all of that matters. Believe me, it matters. Just having eyeballs on the content is. It's not a glorious job curating the news, but it's something that needs to be done, and I try to do it. And we definitely appreciate everybody who lends their support and helps us grow. Which we're growing at a pace. It may not be at the super fast pace, but it's nonetheless it's a pace, and I feel like people on Twitter, especially those in our community, are starting to realize the effort and the amount of importance we put on putting the news out there. So that's definitely just to have people appreciate it, and people come to you and ask you like, hey, what's going on with the news and whatnot. You know, that's definitely something that warms my heart. So I appreciate everybody. Like I said, I appreciate everybody in the space, and we're going to continue to try to link up with other people, the Security Tribe, the Freedmen, B1, FBA, everybody. We're trying to include everybody in this because we have one goal, one mission, and that is Black empowerment. And under Black empowerment, reparations fall, but we want to have Black empowerment for generations to come. So our people, our kids, our grandkids don't have to scrape and scuffle like so many of the other ones. So we're definitely going to keep this content coming. The new Black media will not fall. We're going to keep continuing to rise, and with your help, we'll continue. As long as we have you backing us and supporting us, we're going to keep this thing going. You guys may want to contact us because they're forming a pull-up around the entire nation. So all the state capitals and whatnot, they're doing that pull-up summer. So whenever Yaya has something, y'all may want to go ahead and make sure you guys go ahead and you support that, because I'm here in Florida and we may have to go ahead and pull up our damn self down here as well too. So we need to go ahead and start putting up everywhere and let our presence be felt. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to make our presence felt. It's one thing to do it online. It's one thing to do it newsworthy. It's another thing to actually have boots on the ground. So Security Tribe, they have definitely inspired me. The B1 FBA movement has definitely inspired me. The Freemen, everybody's inspiring me. So we're gonna continue to put the stuff out there for everybody. So once again, I thank everybody. I do mean everybody who came out and supported this. I also want to thank Nita for her contribution on Cash App. Thank you, sister. We just about to close the space out, and you went ahead and contributed, and that means a lot. So thank you to everybody once again for coming out. This was a great space. We've been on fire lately. Whether we have a small space or big space, we have great conversations here, and I love it. So until either Sunday or Monday, we'll do another Twitter space. It just depends, you know what I'm saying? But once again, thank you guys for coming out. And Yaya, I may holler at you and see about trying to set up another potential space. I know you guys be really busy and whatnot, but I love having you as a co-host, and just your knowledge of everything is just, top level. You and Wani, we had both of you guys on this week, and it was superb. So I'll definitely be reaching out to you. I know you have a busy schedule, but definitely want to reach out and have you back on here as well if we can. So till then, guys, we will see you either Sunday or Monday. So y'all have a good weekend. If we don't see you on Sunday, we'll see you Monday. So you guys have a good weekend, and I will be dropping by a lot of your spaces, and I'll just be chilling, listening. So see you guys until then. And once again, thank you for supporting the Newstoter space. Everybody have a good night, and y'all stay blessed.
I love y'all. Have a blessed night. Good night.
No doubt.